and do it. It's Saturday. You know what that means? The Survivor Series back here once again, bring you continued coverage of the Continental Classic from AEW as we bring you Saturday Collision. For winter, it's coming, it's continuing. Before we segue into something for the final time later tonight. Welcome everybody once again into the Saturday festivities on Survivor Studios. Welcome into the at bell time discussion. Hello, everybody. Welcome back here once again to the Simply Reliable Studios coverage of AEW Collision. Winter is coming. You know what this is. I am the Simple Man of the Simple Brand, the voice of the rest for the Great Father Special Wrestling. Damn it. And my name is Noah Foster. And as always, with me once again is Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz and the living embodiment of Christmas spirit, the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. If you want to dictate the conversation, super chat or PayPal patches. It's as simple as that. We got a stacked card here as we are coming from across the pond in Cardiff, Wales. TNT champion will be on the line as Mark Briscoe defends against the Death Rider, Daniel Garcia. Women's tag team action unfolds as Jamie Hayter and Kris Statlander team against the Sister of Sin, Julia Hart, and Skye Blue. And the Continental Classic continues as we see Clown Casanova go one-on-one with the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Kinozi Takeshita. And also just added, but not in here so far, we also are trying to get Jet Speed going one-on-one. Kevin Knight versus Speedball Mike Bailey. And the most dangerous man AEW, George Strickland, will go up against the walking woman Josh Alexander as he looks to put his name in the ballot towards the AEW Men's World Championship. And for those that are tuning in, we are, of course, following along on Max. But, of course, you could watch along in either TNT or HBO Max. And, again, enjoy the discussion, enjoy the festivities, enjoy the commentary and the coverage. Again, Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey, that's going to be a hell of a classic. Before we talk about things, let's go ahead and update people on the leaderboards, of course. The Blue League and action tonight, as you see, Clown and Kanosuke are both tied at 6. One of those men has the an L, or this could go to a draw. We have not seen a match go to a draw yet. As, of course, you see right now, almost everybody here has 2 matches left in the upper tier. While we saw Gold League action this past Wednesday, that led to Kazuchika Okada, Speedball Mike Bailey getting 3 big points, and now Kazuchika Okada and Kyle Fletcher are both tied at 6 after Speedball played spoiler on the Proto Stars' undefeated run so far. So again, as we got
shocking match of all. Me and JJ were talking about that before you came on here. I could not believe that Bailey beat his ass.
Yeah, dude, yeah. I wonder, And
you know what? I don't want to hear it, Noah. You got your rocks off on Wednesday watching me be torn as all hell between the women's tag finals.
Yeah,
I'm not letting you get any more satisfaction by proving that I was wrong, okay?
Hey, it's a rarity when I could actually say, besides the prediction, I was right, he was wrong. So I'm going to bask in my moment, man. I may be humble, but even once in a while.
So are you Keith Lee tonight? You're going to bask in your glory?
Well, it depends. It seems I have limitless potential and my voice not going out. So we'll see what happens here as we wait for AEW Collision to start. And again, folks, we do this for all the biggest shows, preview specials across all professional wrestling, shout out WFAN, including not limited to AEW, WWE, NXT, ROH, TNA, New Japan, HOG, GCW, JCW, and other promotions also. And again, following this, stay tuned for a short break as we will transition into preparing for Saturday's main event for the last time, as now as John Cena goes one-on-one with the lean General Gunther in the final match ever of his illustrious career. Stay tuned as Jeff motherfucking Meacham, the regular wrestling JJ Williams, and Pappelallee will be on the coverage for that once-in-a-lifetime finale as John Cena accepts this closure. Will be in defeat or will be in victory? We'll find out soon enough.
I don't know. I don't know if we can say once in a lifetime. Remember the last time a Cena match was branded once in a lifetime?
Yeah, that's a fair shout.
A year later, there was twice in a lifetime.
Yeah, but
so let's not put that stigma on it. But I believe John when he says that this is going to be it.
Yeah, I truly think that he's going to be honest here. I legitimately do. As again, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a delayed start.
A delay, yeah. I do have a question for your brain here. With this women's tag team match that we're having tonight, do you feel like that's going to be like a unofficial, official way to start the rankings and see who maybe will be the first contenders to Willow and Harley?
Oh, it's an interesting thought. You do bring that up, considering they said, let's just go and fight a couple of spooky bitches because there's nothing else to do in Cardiff Wells. And then afterwards, we could have a conversation about what? I can see this being one of two things: potential challenges to the Women's Tag Team Championship or a potential AEW Women's World Championship match. Either one, I am for. To your point, the Sister Sin were the ones that lost to the inevitable inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. They actually use word here. Ain't that some crazy shit? Of course, talking about Harley Cameron and Nightingale, who beat, of course, Timeless Love Bombs, Timeless Tony Storm, and me and Shirakawa. But also, with that merit there, we know that Julia Hart and Skye Blue were the undoing of Kris Statlander's TBS Championship run when Kris Statlander wasn't even involved in the decision. And of course, Jamie Hayter went through all three members of Triangle Madness before inevitably losing at Blood and Guts. So this could go either way here as far as cause and effect. Of course, Sister Sin, the last of their hair was Pro Wrestling Eve, where they took on Sapphire Reed and Anita Vaughn, the previous Pro Wrestling Eve International Champion, a title that Kris Statlander also still holds, by the way. She will defend it next year, by the way, folks, against Dakota Kai at Queendom in Pro Wrestling Eve. Just to give you a little bit of hindsight, what could be next for Captain Kick. Been a long time since I've heard that name. But yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. The 6% win here, I could definitely see them going after freaking Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. If Jamie Hayter and Kris Statlander win, though, I think I got my World's NAW Women's World Championship match, and I will not be dissatisfied either way, because that's where it's at on Saturday night. And of course, Jamie Hayter, I'm a hater for life. But I wouldn't rule it out. Will you stop that, Savette?
Well, I mean, we could end up getting both out of this. You know, if the Sisters of Sin win,
yes,
then argument could be made that they should be next in line to challenge Willow and Harley.
Yes.
With Hayter and Stat on the losing end in that scenario, the tension could arise between the two of them, leading to dissolving of what is just a thrown together tag team anyway. I mean, we really don't need them to stick around as an established tag team in the division. There's enough tag teams there for the AEW women's locker room. So the tension between them eating the L could lead to Hayter versus Stat at World's End. And we could end up getting both things coming out of this.
I'll be fine with that.
Are we even going to end up with an event? What's going on in England over here?
Well, I mean, again, I don't know what the weather is like. I don't know how hard it is to finally stream stuff. So we will see what happens here soon enough. And again, folks, thank you all for tuning in. Again, it is what it is when you're going with live coast-to-coast television, let alone on a worldwide
Tony watches it. I told you the wrestling industry watches it. They were like, hey, they didn't have time to hype everything up, so we're going to procrastinate and give them time to catch up.
Damn right.
Well, I mean,
damn right. And, you know, if Noah won't say it, I'm going to say thank you and welcome to the 40-plus people that are watching on the Simply Reliable Studios X account right now.
Forget about the X account because I'm barely on there.
For those of you watching on the X account, pay attention to the top of the screen there where it says subscribe to Rage of Wrestling. Those banners will be changing periodically throughout the night and tell you where you can find and follow us across all the other social media platforms.
That's right. Simply put, thank you for that, JJ. Again, subscribe to everybody here across the Super Reliable Studios. Shout out to Nathan Banks, Cleaver, Con, Andrew, and of course, Safet, who are also here as well as we prepare for AEW Collision. Winner is coming, Continental Classic continuation, tag team action, and so much more. Again, along with this, we know we got Swerve Strickland taking on Josh Alexander for the first time ever. Swerve, who once called himself the most dangerous man in AEW. Jury is out whether or not he still is that. Why Josh Alexander, Walkie Women, former longest reigning TNA World Champion, looks to finally throw his name in the hat towards the AEW Men's World Championship. Of course, Samoa Joe successfully retaining that against Eddie Kingston this past Wednesday on Dynamite. First time ever one-on-one encounter. Of course, Swerve Strickland, the jury is out whether that ankle is 100%. And of course, being the technician that he is, we all know that Josh Alexander loves to employ an ankle lock. So that could be the Achilles heel to Swerve tonight, Walter.
Yep, could be. The Achilles heel, because you know Alexander's going to attack that damn freaking ankle the whole
Would you
match.
expect anything less?
Of course not. He's coming off the what ACL, MCL, one of them things. So, you know, that's all in that region, especially if he grapevines with that ankle lock. So,
right.
It's not going to be as easy as we think, and because it's Swerve's first match, I'm nervous to pick anything when it comes to AEW. The way they've been surprising the hell out of us with these Continental Classic wins, like I'm done trying to predict what the hell's going on.
Well, I mean, yeah, about to say your predicting has not been very strong for you as of late, bruv.
Which means my predicting hasn't been strong since Walter and I share a brain.
Well, and for those
and he pollutes our shared brain with his Cal Fire Farms product. So, I suffer when he suffers.
I'm about to say, if you're not suffering together, then you're not suffering at all, apparently, is what it sounds like here. But again, the jury is out as far as that goes. But hey, I don't mind procrastinating further, talking about AEW, wrestling, WWE, or anything like that. Of course, thank you to those, by the way, that tuned the predictions post-mortem this past Wednesday with me and Papa Gino. As, of course, we closed the book on NXT League. Congrats to not Arlene. It was actually Mr. Adrian Hennigan that won the NXT League. Ashley won TNA, and for the team, congrats to Cass. And again, folks, I will start another NXT League next year, along with WWE, keep them separate, as well as the TNA League. And we also are going to introduce another brand into Simply Predicting on a special basis, as, of course, JJ and I have spoken behind closed doors. So y'all can stay tuned for more on that. There's a new vision for further things to come across gaming and wrestling here at the Statlander Studios come 2026. Stay tuned. Yes, JJ.
Have you given any thought to what Kris Roth suggested about merging the NXT and TNA leagues together, since there's so much crossover, the partnership and everything? There's NXT stars on TNA pay-per-views, TNA stars showing up on NXT PLEs. I don't think it's a bad idea personally, and I feel like it may give people more incentive to join that league because there's more shows. So if you tank hard in one show, then you can make up for it later on in the league because you're basically getting double the amount of shows combined, you know what I mean, in the league.
It's not, well, I remember a long time ago, WWE and NXT used to be combined together because brands split LL, but also which brand was better. You watch WWE and NXT at the same time. Whether or not people watch NXT or TNA at the same time, with the fact there is that talent crossover to quite a degree, and it does seem to be that anytime soon, but still, y'all know where I stand. All right, fine. For the first time ever, NXT and TNA are combined. The NXT-TNA League will start 2026 with TNA Genesis. They are now considered the same thing. So good luck to everybody, whether you're a TNA faithful like me or an NXT follower of the Black and Chrome, unless you still decide to stay around since the death of the Black and Gold. Mad respect to you. Again, those will be combined next year. So it'll be WWE, NXT-NA, and AEW, along with what we also talked about. And based on if they actually give me more than a day's notice, because damn, all three shows was killed this year, I may even bring back the ROH for an exhibition. So stay tuned.
There you go. There you go. And I mean, you can fine tune between now and the end of the year, but maybe even start with New Year's Evil and do some of the NXT specials, since they don't have 12 PLEs a year.
Right.
Some of their shit is, the specials each month in the off times.
Right. We have something special coming in February too. We're figuring out the antics, but Noah and I are gonna go back, and since February is like one of the deader months in wrestling history, we are literally from February 1st till the 28th, because it's not a leap year, right? Yeah, to the 28th.
Get your numbers
we are
straight.
Literally going back in time, and we are doing a retro watch along of every single NXT takeover that there's ever been.
Ooh, okay.
What the hell did I just set myself up for? Oh boy.
Y'all may want to pre-tape some of those just in case they happen to coincide on a WWE PLE night. That way you're not doing a double feature.
Yeah, that's what we plan on doing.
So, yeah, folks, for those that don't know, that was definitely my NXT. But yeah, me and Walter, we're going to take over February, covering every NXT takeover in the Black and Gold history, all the way through NXT TakeOver 36. It's going to be a hell of a journey. What the hell are we thinking?
It stemmed from we were doing a special shout out to Cena, and then Gunther. We watched Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov from NXT 36 Takeover,
Right?
that UK title match, and then we were like, "Holy shit, I missed these takeovers!" And they were like, "You know what? February is a slow month."
Legit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like literally outside No Surrender, it's one of those things where, like, what else is going on? I also have an update here. It looks like the game on TNT, fucking sports, is going currently in double overtime live on TNT. Once that is over, then AEW Collision will actually begin. So who's ever watching TNT, whatever the fuck's going on there, someone keep us updated here, because in the meantime, we'll just
There's
shoot
a
the
reason
break.
you're on Max. Just add to the broadcast on TNT after. People have Max. People have. Why are you broadcasting on different kind of streaming services if you can't avoid that by doing that?
Well,
Seriously, like it should have
yeah,
started on
seriously.
HBO Max live, and then when the game ends, we now join AEW Collision already in progress.
Yeah.
Well, again, it is what it is. Hindsight, programming notes, 2020, and it looks like, shout out to my friend the KNG King. It looks like they are actually going to bring a little gift for the holiday season, a special AEW Dark. So we'll get some independent talent showcasing as well. Looks like here coming very soon. I missed that. And of course, shout out to my friend Mara Jade, who just took on Nita Samuels on Spinebuster TV. But I wouldn't get to see her in an AEW ring. But again, folks, it is what it is. But as somebody who's hashtag non-sports except professional wrestling, damn it, hey, I have no problem shooting the breeze and talking about things, hyping up the air, giving our vision towards things to come, but also our appreciation. So, hell, you just talk about NXT. We just talk about the Predictions League. We're talking about Super Reliable Gaming. Shout out, by the way, to those that watch the Game Awards like me. Emma Nesson still kicks ass, by the way. Emmy is still legit one of the best. But also, congrats to the Game of the Year, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I was quite surprised by that, honestly. Ghost of Yotai was my pick. But hey, at least it wasn't a Nintendo thing. So congratulations to that simple little studio, 33 people over a 5-year span that made a one-of-a-kind gem that questions choices of morality and humanity in an artistic classic that also allowed a lot of strategy and character immersion. Congrats to Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which I believe cleaned up during the Video Game Awards. More Game Awards than any other game, I think, right now in history in a single show. So kudos to them.
Anyway. Well, speaking of game, I created a new little intro trailer thing for the gaming, so we can run that. It's only 39 seconds, so we can run that to waste some time.
If you have it in here, go for it, folks. You want to know what happens when we level? You want to know what happens when we level up? Walter, run the trailer.
Get over here!
Well, I didn't have to say that, so thanks for that trailer. Nice one, Walter. I'm quite impressed. But yes, folks, for a little while, we were running a little test pilot, playing games amongst ourselves, TMNT, Wheel of Fortune, undefeated, and other stuff as well. And as Emmanuel does his own things with interactive games and movies, here at some of the studios, with cast of gamers, Team PlayStation for life, we are going to bring more gaming content for you, whether it's local competition, co-op, or maybe even further gaming discussion. Me, Walter Cruz, Big G, Charles Schultz, and anyone else who has a gamepad and has a mind for the business outside wrestling and has a casual idea for gaming. So stay tuned. Well, again, as we continue to wait for sports to conclude, shout out to Statboy Mike, who's been covering Monday Night Football here. Again, the Simple Hour Studios gives you all forms of coverage, whether or not it's gaming, wrestling, movie reviewing, as this gentleman will give you plenty of those gifts for the holiday season. So subscribe today to Kaz 18 Studios and the X on YouTube. And JJ, what you been up to lately and what's to come?
Been just engulfed in Christmas movies and the like, a lot of Netflix originals, Hallmark Channel stuff, Had a review go up today for a film called A Royal Montana Christmas. Another one going up tomorrow starring Lacey Chabert called She's Making a List, about a woman who works for a company that keeps tabs of the naughty and nice list. And whenever some child is like on the borderline of naughty or nice, she's set out to kind of survey the child firsthand and see, because sometimes you need a little bit more than just an image or a video clip to determine about a child. Other than that, work. Went to a Christmas market at the church near my house this morning. Be honest, I was a little bit disappointed. Not the kind of stuff I expected to see at a Christmas market. I expected to see like handmade ornaments and stuff like that. And there was a lot of like food vendors and like Scentsy candles. And I'm like, if I want this shit, I'll go to a farmer's market.
The farmer's market.
I'm at a Christmas market. Show me Christmas decorations, Christmas decor. I did buy some baked goods from a vendor, some banana bread, some gingerbread cookies and stuff, some peanut butter fudge.
Good stuff.
Had to support a little bit. Grabbed me a can of Coke with Santa on it. Usually I'm not a big Coke drinker, but this time of year when the Cokes come out with Santa on the can, always got to get at least one can of those. Otherwise it's not Christmas.
It doesn't sound right?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Christmas without the Santa Coke can.
Yeah, and then they start doing that polar bear commercial with that Coca-Cola.
Well, it's not Christmas time until you see the Hershey Kisses, We Wish You a Merry Christmas commercial, or the M&M's Santa. He does exist. They do exist.
Yeah,
that's fair enough. And it definitely
okay, yay, we're finally live.
Finally, fucking hell, we got a capacity crowd in Cardiff, Wales, because fuck other sports, because finally it's time for some professional wrestling. Thank you for that, JJ. Because it's Saturday. You know what that means? Still Studios is finally bringing you coverage of AEW Collision. Winter is coming. The gift that keeps on giving every year round from AEW. Again, we got a stacked card tonight, Continental Classic action. As we know, we have Final Castaneda, Nakanosuke, Kakeshka in the blue league. Speedball Mike Bailey versus Kevin Knight in the gold league. Mark Briscoe defends the TNT champion against Sarah Garcia. And women's tag team match with the AEW Women's World Champion Kris Statlander, Jimmy Hayter taking on the Sisters of Sin. But we also have the most dangerous man AEW, Swerve Strickland, taking on Josh Alexander. We will also have a live celebration toast with our new AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Babes of Wrath, to come here before we head into Holiday Bash next week to welcome in the holiday season. And I'm sure someone that wanted to welcome the holiday season in with the most damnedest of delight was what he did Eddie Kingston Wednesday night. As we look back at Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston from Wednesday Night Dynamite. Again, Eddie Kingston wanted the real Samoa Joe. Be careful what you ask for.
Right? He definitely got the real Joe.
About to say, shout out to Bobby Man and also everyone in the chat and my friend Sandy. And of course, we also saw Wednesday night Strickland teaming together against the Ops, Power Sounds, Kessler Shibata. After they got a win, they said it was going to be a one-time only, but Heyman Page made it very well known he's coming back for the AEW Men's World Title. And of course, that will be proclaimed at World's End. And again, folks, we'll be covering World's End at the end of the year. Stay tuned for more on that. It will also be the final Simply Predicting of 2025.
And I look forward to that.
Damn right, I know I do. Despite the fact my family made me miss calling Will Ospreay and freaking Kyle Petty, we'll tell us about that, but it's okay. It is what it is. Pros and passions.
Dude, we're starting right out with the heat. Swerve and Josh Alexander coming up next to kick off the show.
Sellout crowd in Cardiff, Wales, by the way, as they are across the pond for tonight. Talk about bringing the heat. How about a man that literally saw a house burnt down?
You know, AEW said, fuck the Simply Reliable Studios. They only get 9 minutes to transition from us to the WWE coverage.
Right?
They thought they were going to get a break.
Yeah, about to say, me get a break from every professional wrestling? Who would have ever heard of such a thing?
Well, you get an hour break because you don't come in till like 5 minutes before.
Hey, I'm the guy that's on the main card like Okada who pulls up in the ring. Okay, I'm not a pre-show man. I'm a simple man. Swerve's out!
I like the new addition to the dance. He drives before he...
I mean, isn't swerving and driving the same thing?
Well, you swerve while you drive.
I don't think you're supposed. I don't think you're supposed to do that, Walter.
No, you're not supposed to. If you swerve when you drive, you could get pulled over by the 5-0.
Right.
Even in the UK, where they drive on the opposite side of the road. Although Swerve Strickland has no problem going up and down either side of the road if it means proving why he's the most dangerous man in AEW. Prince Nana, the gift that keeps on giving. Of course, Swerve Strickland, last time he was here in this country, folks, was Forbidden Door, suffering an injury against the reigning defending Continental Champion, Kazuchika Okada, only making his return at Full Gear last month.
I'm the only one that feels like Prince Nana looks like a Timu Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I don't know how Swerve doesn't crack up every time he walks by him in the middle of that damn dance. I would fucking smile and look away from the camera every time.
Yeah, well,
he's
Swerve
used to it by now. You got to get professional.
I mean,
think about it, Walter. When you're in the zone, it takes a lot to snap someone out of it.
True, especially when you're walking around with that chain and you know he's about to take care of some business right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just look into those eyes.
The eyes tell the story. You saw the wide-eyed cowboy and Swerve Strickland stare into each other's souls. Two men that have literally shared each other's blood for the better part of 2 years to free the AEW Men's World Championship from the Death Riders in the end. A sense of closure for those two men's past as Swerve looks to look towards the future, but he first has to go through Josh Alexander if he's going to have any chance of walking towards it.
I'd be scared to drive in the UK, dude, because I'm so used to driving on the one side of the road.
Right?
Like, I would just be afraid of instinctually trying to drive on that side, and then here comes some cars at you. It's like, oh, shit.
Australia, too. Yeah, I'm out Uber all the way. Screw that. Try to drive there. I would never rent a car.
I don't know if Uber is a service that exists there, but I'm sure they have some sort of, like, app-based service where everyone can be their own boss. Speaking of being their own boss, Josh Alexander is going to be his own boss tonight. First time we're seeing this man in singles action in quite a while.
I'll take those famous taxis. Aren't they famous for the black taxi or something?
They are, to be fair.
And the double-decker buses.
Yeah, double-decker buses, what I also know. Ringo Starr, the drummer of the band. And again, folks, be part of the conversation. Use hashtag AEW Collision on the X. Referee for this contest, Aubrey Edwards. Rockets crowd in Cardiff, Wales. Over 10,000 there right now. First time ever one-on-one match. First time ever Continental tie-up. First time ever exchange in the ring for these two men. Former AEW Men's World Champion versus the former longest reigning TNA World Champion.
How long before he picks at an ankle or his knee?
Well, again, Josh Alexander is called the Walking One for a reason. Trained, of course, by Scott D'Amore. The side headlock. I believe he's still the Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling Champion as well.
Mm-hmm.
Side headlock thrown off. Big shoulder block. Swerve doesn't even budge. You said, JJ, yourself, this Swerve Strickland looks like he ate the other Swerve Strickland. We've seen a more lean, a more tested Swerve here. Looks stronger than ever. Oh, man.
Yeah, 100%. Whenever you come back from an injury, you've always got to bulk up, trim down, get in the best physical shape you could get into.
The drop down by Josh Alexander and Swerve off the ropes. Bowman looked for the kill shot early. Up in the fireman's carries. Josh Alexander dropped across the buckles. Pizza boots. Big old pump kick coming off that drop on top turnbuckle, and Swerve Strickland in control, and the other going.
So far, I don't see any linger effects from the injury. So shout out to whatever doctor put him under the knife.
It may be a doctor in the UK for all we know. I don't know if they have better medical. Again,
I think everybody's got better medical than we do.
Hell yeah. We're the only developed country where it's not universal.
It's not the only thing we're not universal in. You do see Swerve, though, favoring that knee after dropping Josh across, though, with the bat breaker.
You could go to a doctor on the street corner of Tijuana, Mexico with a rusty scalpel, and it'll still be better fucking health care than in the States.
Damn. Drop the knee across the eyes of Josh Alexander.
Doctor putting leeches on you to suck the blood instead of a Band-Aid.
Right.
Still better fucking health care.
About to say, I don't necessarily that's even sanitary.
That's the point, Noah.
Dude, look how many people are chanting Swerve's house.
Hey, whose house?
Run's house.
Well, I don't know if Swerve Strickland is the king of rock, but he definitely is a mogul. 2 different worlds, wrestling and music. Another vicious net breaker, still maintaining head control in the front face lock. Josh looking for a break. Now Swerve changing body position. And right now, Swerve trying to send a message to Don Callis. It's Nana telling Don. Oh! Vicious net breaker, slingshot over the second rope into the top. Rope first goes Josh Alexander. You know, when Josh Alexander joined AEW, I did not consider him becoming a member of the Don Callis family out the gate after coming in facing Heyman Page. Locking in the plum kick there from the apron. And now, whoa, trying to drive that ankle into the ring post. Don't think he got all of it, though, but it's got Swerve hook from the apron up in the stalling vertical. Oh, God.
I wish Alexander, Speedball, Knight, and Deanna formed a stable called the Impact Players.
They probably get freaking copyright from that, but they definitely have left more of an impact here. But speaking of an impact, the impact on Swerve Strickland's knee with that stalling vertical drop across the partition of that announce table, that's not going to help that recent recovered injury, to your point, Walter.
And I got to know, did Don Callis and Tony Schiavone color coordinate on purpose, or was that just sheer accident?
Sometimes I think it's coincidental that Don Callis and Tony Schiavone exist in the same breath of air. Tony Schiavone back on the commentary booth, play-by-play. Swerve Strickland right now might be literally getting evicted from his house. Stay tuned, folks. We got a full commercial break. Fuck television. And apparently people agree about the healthcare talk. They got universal healthcare in Europe, by the way. And the temperature in Cardiff Wells right now apparently is 45 degrees Fahrenheit. I wonder when there is coming, though, for them. Anyway, shout out to Lone Star friend, by the way, joining us here. And he tries not to swerve when he drives. See, there are good people that drive even across the whole world, believe it or not, folks. You know, it's a crazy topic. And shout out to my friend Sandy. Pro Noah, of course, will have their New Year's show, January 1st, 2026, hiding the fact that Quad X is Los, what do they call it now? Tranquilos de Japón. Thinking it's Tetsuya Naito. Well, Sandy Tranquilo on that suspension of disbelief. And again, folks, me and Walter win All Japan, outside of Japan Pro Wrestling, the beginning of this year. Whether or not we do the same thing with Noah, Stardom, Marigold, and of course, New Japan, stay tuned because, again, the timing, the services, the budget has to work in our favor. But we will be covering Wrestle Kingdom 20, January 4th, Roshi Tanahashi's final match, as the Tokyo Dome is now sold out 50,000 strong. January 4th, 2026, and me and Ash and others will be simply predicting it as well. So please stay tuned. I can't wait.
2026 is already going to bring us Tanahashi's final match, and there's a heavy rumor that come SummerSlam in Minneapolis will be Brock Lesnar's final match.
Oh my God, and AJ Styles.
Yeah, AJ Styles got a whole year left. We'll see what's left for the phenomenal one who's had a phenomenal run, being christened as the greatest of all time to do it by the GOAT himself. And of course, speaking of the GOAT, as JJ alluded to, talking about last, again, stay tuned tonight when we cover John Cena's final match tonight. John Cena versus the Ring General Walter Gunther for the first and only time ever on Saturday night's main event. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Peacock. Again, you can watch along with us or react with us. We will be taking a short break, maybe, after this, probably not. And again, we will give our thank yous as we enjoy what has been the present as we look towards the future. Again, JJ Williams, Jeff Bujum, and Papadino will be on the call for that. So stay tuned. So much ahead here.
With this delay, you would think, well, how about we go commercial free for the first match? Gee,
just to get caught back up to where we should be.
Yeah,
Right?
but that'd be too much between international commercial standards, because even then the UK's got advertising as well. As we are back in AEW Collision. Josh Alexander, Swerve Strickland squaring off in the middle of the ring. Aubrey Everett's our official here. First ever one-on-one matches. Both men look to be in the hunt for the AEW Men's World Championship. Spinning Solvat bends Josh over, clubbing shot to the back. Josh meets with a boot though, takes Swerve down. Up kick by Swerve. For trying him out comeback here, looking for that pop-up rolling flatliner, unable to execute. Josh now with the waist lock. Back elbow strike. Again, all that damage on my Ketsuya Shibata, who chop blocked him last week Saturday, Walter.
Exactly.
Oh!
Like a pit bull, look exactly where Alexander's attacking now.
You said yourself, how long before he exploits that vulnerability? And of course, we know Josh Alexander loves to implore an ankle lock. Now hoisting up Swerve. Swerve, though, counter, hoisting up Josh. Oh! Incredible strength with that power slam out of the powerbomb position.
That's a nice-ass combination.
Take a look at the replay here. You saw the way it looked like he was going for a power bomb and unable to hit the power bomb and turns it into a power slam instead. Still trying to find favor again. And feeling in that leg. Again, notice the way that Strickland right now is slowly gesturing on his legs. Again, folks, we'll continue the coverage here for the AEW Continental Classic through Holiday Bash. Next week, AEW Dynamite Collision, 3-hour special from Manchester, England. And we return to the States from the Hammerstein Bar in New York City for AEW Dynamite 34th Street and Christmas Collision before we head to World's End for the conclusion of this tournament in AEW's calendar year. Again, unable to hit the gritty, as you see Swerve again favoring that knee. Again, King, I don't understand the gritty.
I wouldn't even know why you would try it. Your knee is hurting.
And Swerve Strickland, like I said, though, is one of those men that beats to, his own drum. Now putting Josh up on the top turnbuckle, of course, we'll toast into the new year with New Year's Smash as well. Cheers to that. And Swerve right now and Josh Alexander up in the corner. What is Swerve thinking here?
I don't even think he knows what he's thinking. What goes on in his mind? I don't even want to guess.
The turnbuckle and knife edge chop. It looked like Josh lost his footing there as well. Now Josh stepping on the apron. Swerve, though, went for the high boot. Caught with a right. Uh-oh, look at this. Uh-oh. Oh, God! I was wondering if he was going to do a fallaway slam or just drop him on the apron. I guess I got my answer.
Dude, Josh's strength is underrated. Like this dude just picked him, deadlifted him up over the rope.
Well, I mean, again, when you're a 20-year veteran of the game who's literally fought wars against the likes of Jonah. Oh, man!
Better known as Bronson Reed.
Avalanche Olympic slam, Swerve slow to fall on the cover, hook in the near leg, back press, and kick on it too.
I say it time and time again as an MMA person and somebody who knows well-roundedness. A wrestler, like a pure amateur wrestler strength, is a way different type of strength than gym strength.
Yeah, that's also accurate. Again, slow to fall up on that cover with that high-risk move with Swerve Strickland, but he's got Josh Alexander in position. Looking for something bigger, passing the JML driver. Nope. But for the half and half, unable to execute. Now Josh tying up the legs. Swerve Strickland, though, tying up Josh. A cover. Two small package. Ooh. Bazay, you got to also consider going for a submission. You do expose your own body possibly for a counter. Shayna Baszler said best herself. And to pick an ankle lock here. Can he turn Swerve over?
Imagine Swerve trying to submit Josh just as a FU.
Bazay, don't figure that Swerve Strickland won't try that. The backside two. Almost got with the crucifix. And right now, Don Kyle is saying that Josh needs to do a chop block. And again, go back up to that leg. Almost version of a dragon screw leg without whipping the leg there, Walter.
Yeah, you saw that? And he went forward. I was like, what the hell? That's different.
Well, either way, Josh Alexander right now sitting in on the single leg crab. Of course, though, very close to the ropes, though. Josh Alexander should be more aware of that. Ring positioning is key here. And Swerve forcing the break. Still a lot of damage could be done in that hold.
Hell yeah. Ask Lance Storm. He used to love utilizing that.
Right? What do you think about, again, technicians of the ring? Lance Storm, Davey Boy Smith Jr., Bret the Hitman Hart, Josh Alexander, Kurt Angle. Many people have called Josh Alexander the living embodiment of a modern-day Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
And yet he doesn't get to use suck chance.
Except I think the only time Kurt Angle ever wore the headdress outside of his amateur career was when he was trying to hold the wig on his head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! The braids on the top of the head of Josh Alexander.
What, his knuckles?
Oh! But whatever he just did, Josh made it pay for it, viciously stomping down onto that leg, a modified chop block, driving Swerve's leg down. Dropping the knee pad. What in the world is Josh looking for here?
He's looking for bone on bone, but he had another knee pad underneath.
Either way, that's just going to add more pressure to Josh Alexander's knee. While Swerve rolled there with the flatliner.
Actually, I think that's a brace. It was a knee pad over a brace.
I don't know where Swerve pulled that out from.
I know what's next, though.
Looking for a house call, knocking the headpiece off Josh Alexander. Cover, 2, it's academic. What? That headpiece actually might have saved it now that I think about it. But now, JML driver, big pressure, gets Swerve the win.
Now it's academic.
Strong opening contest, though, for Josh against Swerve Strickland. Again, if he would have dragged Swerve close to the center of the ring, he might have had him there in that single leg grapevine.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. He's getting a mic.
Well, Prince Nana with the microphone for Swerve Strickland. Let's hear what Swerve has to say as Prince Nana does his thing.
As Nana does Nana things.
Yes, as Nana does Nana things. That's a future shirt. Big win for Swerve Strickland here tonight, though, in the first ever one-on-one encounter. See what you guys say. Yeah, of course, very familiar arena with Swerve Strickland. Last time he was here was AEW Men's World Champion, confronting Bryan Danielson, who never really took it off him.
True.
Again, London has not been good for Swerve Strickland. You're not kidding, Susan. The Don Callis family. Dan come back on defense against Hobbs Shibata. Get back up for one damn thing. The AEW World Championship. Uh-oh. Triple threat. Small Joey days are numbered. And not just anybody that's coming after you. I'm the most dangerous man in AEW. Jerkins up. I declare myself a top contendership. And of course, sees that title and turn AEW into whose house? Swerve's house. But Swerve Strickland now, of course, putting his name in the ballot for the AEW Men's World Championship. And that would not be an unfamiliar match, as last time we saw Swerve, Heyman, and Joe in triple threat action, Heyman willingly made sure Swerve would not leave with the title.
Yeah, but last time he fought Joe, when Joe was the champion, who walked our way.
One-on-one, it was the rise of Swerve's dynasty, to your point, last year.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve Strickland was literally Samoa Joe's undoing. And Heyman and Page was Samoa Joe's rising back to the AEW Men's World Championship. So a lot of unlucky pieces here to think about as we continue here at AEW Collision. Winter is coming. And Sandy with a quick opinion here. Josh Alexander will be better off without the Don Callis family. Been all bad luck for him since joining the family. Well, I mean, you know, he's $1 million richer for now. Of course, that money will be on the line next week in Holiday Bash when Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks take on Hechicero, Konosuke Takeshita, and Kazuchika Okada in a $1 million trios match. And of course, we'll be covering that here, folks. Stay tuned as we got a commercial break. Fuck television. So what are we thinking here? Do we want to see a singles match with Swerve and Joe again? Do we want to see Heyman, Swerve, and Joe at World's End? Should Heyman get his rematch against Samoa Joe singles-wise? Do we need a contendership match? Because last time that happened, we had a freaking draw because he didn't beat him before the bell rung. So how we approach this here at World's End? Someone got an idea for me? Go ahead. I'm all ears. Yeah, you're usually a thinking man.
I don't really care. Like I'm not wanting to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just me. I'd rather see some different blood.
Well, a lot of that different blood you're probably figured about, of course, in the Continental Classic, including not limited to Kyle Fletcher. Again, folks, Continental Classic actually will continue tonight. Kyle Fletcher currently is tied in the block with Shuchiko Okada at 6, while Speedball might barely earn his first 3, spoiling the Proto Star. Again, getting his first 3 points. We'll see Speedball and Kevin Knight one-on-one tonight, and we'll see whether or not the two have an honorable bout or do what's necessary to go above the other. Of course, Jets be going one-on-one. Jack Perry taking Darby Allin's spot, currently at 0, and Pac also at 3.
You can't forget, too, that MJF still got another shot, and MJF, Joe, and Swerve have been intertwined for the better part of early this year, late last year, so... Like he's an X factor too that people aren't thinking about because he hasn't been on TV in a while.
Well, you gotta consider also the Dynamite Diamond Ring coming into play as well. We got the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal, also of course another thing that MJF holds, and he's also been the only bearer of that ring 5 years in a row. And we also learned between the winner of the Battle Royale and MJF, they will face one-on-one for a chance to challenge the AEW Men's World Championship. So once again, MJF might find himself with 2 AEW World Championship shots.
Yeah, true.
Let's keep that in perspective, by the way. Kyle's in first because the tiebreaker of Okada, the result will play a big factor in the final standings. It's a fair point, Sandy, but we'll have to see what happens as we look at the recency of the tournament. That really shows who will be the runner-up. It was literally a runner-up tiebreaker that allowed Will Ospreay to advance last year in the Continental Classic. And of course, Blue League tonight more heavily is involved on collisions. We'll see Kenosi, Takeshita, and Claudio Castagnoli, both men tied at 6, go one-on-one for the first time ever. The IWGP Heavyweight Champion versus CMLL Men's World Champion. As we, of course, wait for the show to get back again. Fuck television. For those
I
that
feel like
don't know,
Strong and Perry are gonna end up on the board. I don't think anyone's gonna have Donut at the end of this one.
Do you think Ryder Strong can play a spoiler for somebody?
Possibly, yeah. Hey, that's what it's gonna end up reduced to. Oh my God, this Mac sound.
They're about to say ASMR that you didn't need, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just messing with you. And again, as we go backstage to timeless Tony Storm, well, this is a surprise. Attach your toes. Without us. Hello, Mina. Strap on to your head and wet your whistle.
Mina.
JJ, control yourself.
I am.
Right.
I just sighed. Jeez.
Oh my God! And it don't help when she grabs her own. Never mind.
Dad, shut it.
Well, apparently
this toast is going to have some additional guests as we welcome in the Cosmic Killer, the AEW Women's World Champion. Damn it, Kris Statlander. Of course, Kris Statlander defeating Mercedes Moné at Full Gear, denying the CEO and getting her redemption 1 year later. Also currently undefeated on Collision, 14-0. Start tonight in Cardiff, Wales, as she and Jamie Hayter look to do something fun tonight, beat a couple of spooky bitches. And of course, Kris Statlander has been called out by Thekla of the Triangle of Madness.
That belt just looks right on her.
Damn fucking right. But this duo, again, JJ, folks, he's not a tribalist, but you can clearly see he's not interested in AEW, but we respect him for his takes anyway. Welcome to the booth, man. Anyway, Jamie Hayter, of course, I'm a Hayter for life. Jamie Hayter also 5-0 on Collision, including 3 straight singles wins over the Triangle of Madness. Don't be a freaking fuddy-duddy, folks, is all I got to say. And you know who you are if you are that. That being said, Jamie Hayter said, why don't we team up tonight and beat a couple of these spooky bitches and then have a conversation afterwards. And of course, Kris Statlander has been involved in the ring now with everybody on the AEW Women's Division in singles action outside Mina Shirakawa and Thekla. This is going to be fun. Man, Jamie Hayter fired up. Welcome back home, Jamie. Of course, you all can go watch Jamie Hayter as well in Pro Wrestling Eve, returning home there, teaming alongside Session Mark Martinez. And now, time to introduce some madness.
The fun and games are over. Look, she even stopped hopping, jumping up and down in the ring.
Well, I'm about to say, when it comes to Thekla, you got to get serious against this freaking Austrian badass. Thekla, of course, right now, who's been in the head of the championship. Wait a minute! A cheap shot from behind, distraction in play. Well called, Walter.
Yeah, that darkness, I don't know. I'm oddly attracted to it.
Yeah, you're not the only one, bro. If I dig the freaking platinum blonde bimbo model cover girl that can't wrestle, or a bodybuilder that's slow in action. And right now we got Jamie Hayter squared off against Skye Blue. Sister Sin, no stranger to Jamie Hayter, of course. As I said, Jamie Hayter has beaten Skye Blue and Utilita Hart in back-to-back singles matches earlier this year. Nice scoop slam. Great rebound by the champion and Jamie Hayter. Not the first time I've seen these two team together, but I like this duo so far. Oh, look at this tandem. Nice offense with the power slam. Two of the strongest women here in the AEW Women's Division. And, all right, why not? Tit for tat. Jamie Hayter almost lost it, but got Kris Statlander up and over, planting her in Skye Blue. And right now, Thekla looks like the distraction didn't pay off there. Surprised she's not down here at ringside. Jamie Hayter and Kris Statlander looking in strong form so far here tonight in Cardiff. Double elbow drop to Skye Blue. And here's the cover by Kris. Gets one count, excuse me. Ready for this contest, Brandon Martinez. Oh! The reigning sidekicks still coming tonight. Kevin Knight versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Kanosuke Takeshita versus Claudio Castagnoli. And Mark Briscoe defends TNT Championship against Daniel Garcia. Tag made by Julia Hart. Castagnoli, CML Men's World Champion. That is freaking awesome. And of course, also come a live celebration toast. And it sounds like the Timeless Love Bombs will be there to toast Harley Campbell and Nightingale. Tag made. And Julia Hart, of course, former Empress of the Black Throne and TBS champion, who, of course, beat Kris Statlander for that title without ever pinning her. Great Sierra's takeover there. Of course, Skye Blue and Julia Hart became the Sisters of Sin pretty much after that match with Kris Statlander, forming this unique alliance here. And then Thekla, of course, introducing herself into AEW, knocking Jamie Hayter's head off, falling double or nothing. Big exploder.
You want to talk about complete opposites, dude. Like, we got Blades of Wrath as champion. Like, if the Sisters in Sin eventually win it, that is like a 180 of characters.
Yeah, but I'd still be happy.
The definition of light and dark. Claire Obscure, of course, talks about the questioning of light and dark brush strokes on a painted canvas. Might as well say that about those dynamics of the AEW Women's Tag Team Division. Nice trip up by Julia Hart. Oh!
I don't know who would be happy. He's a hater.
Damn right I'm a hater. This is my favorite thing about the AEW Women's Division, the dynamics of all these incredible young athletes. Nice standing moonsault. Cover, hook of the far leg, and a 2 count. The evolution of this division has been stronger than ever before this year. And this match continues, folks, after restaurant picture-in-picture, a full commercial break. Fuck television.
I'm happy about that camera angle with Skye.
Right? See, Noah gives people the wrong impression about me. I don't dislike AEW.
I mean, you know,
I just more often than not, I could give a damn about the world title picture. I am a supporter more so of anything in AEW of women's wrestling.
You better be.
I'm not a hater. Stat is not where it's at. But you know that I like and support pretty much everybody else on the roster. And it's not that I dislike Stat. I've just said it numerous times. They always put her against people I like more.
Bias. That's why
I'm not gonna sit here and cheer for Stat when she's fighting Skye Blue and Julia Hart. I'm not going to cheer for Stat when they've got her against Willow Nightingale or Harley Cameron or Megan Bain. Put Stat against Mercedes Moné. Fuck yeah, I'm cheering for Stat.
You're as biased as Naja McGuinness.
I'm not. It's not bias at all. It's just that I like
biased.
other people more than her. There's a difference between that and being biased. Being biased means that I wouldn't cheer for her at all. But I would cheer for her in certain situations. There's just other people that I like more than her. Because again, when I got into AEW, she was on the injured list. So I got attached to other people before she came back and ended Jade's reign. If she had been an active competitor the entire time I was getting into AEW, I might feel more of a connection to her. But I watched, God, whatever it was, 5, 6, 7 months of AEW without her. So I got attached to Julia, Skye, Willow, Jade over her.
All right, JJ, I'll give you that. Well, either way,
it just makes sense.
With your case, yes. Considering what you actually watched versus what I actually saw evolve. We're back here at AEW when it's coming Collision. Women's tag team match, Sisters of Sin. On the behalf, I imagine, of Fekla, taking on Kris Statlander and Jamie Hayter. Kris Statlander and Sky Blue, I believe, are now legal. I've never seen these two.
I'm just waiting for someone to ask, is there a doctor in the house? And Britt Baker pops back up. Because
right?
They got their cut, rising.
They should do that for Dynamite on 34th Street. That would be a hell of a Christmas present to the fans.
Count only.
Exactly. It would.
The amount of matches that Skye
Blue Thunderbomb still didn't get a pinfall.
JJ, shut up.
I will not. You can't make me. You're gonna teleport to Victorville from Toledo and whoop my ass, Noah?
If I
don't think so.
If I could, I would. Oh man, nice DDT by Sky Blue. The cover, over the far leg, and it's 2 count. Or Sky Blue
saw that DDT. You're like 2 seconds ahead of me, I think 3 seconds.
Yeah, me too. But it's because of every time it goes to commercial, the Max like kind of unsyncs. It does something weird.
Double front kick by the Sisters of Sin. Now the cover by Julia Hart over the far leg. Jamie Hayter with the save. I don't think Sky Blue's beaten Kris Statlander yet in one-on-one action either. Goes back to, again, the history of Sky Blue and Kris Statlander. I followed these two prior to AEW when they were AAW. Promotion out of Chicago, folks. And Julia Hart, of
Speaking of Chicago, that's where the world will end in 2 weeks on pay-per-view.
Yep, AEW World's End, December 27th. And Julia Hart.
I have to work that day.
The power. Sorry, brother. And
it's all good. After getting weeks and weeks of just 2 days, go figure, the week of Christmas, they give me 4 days.
You know, at the end of the day,
why did the referee count when she had that high stack?
About to say, and again, eat the feet, double feet, and all 4 women down. Clearly, the shoulders weren't down firmly enough. It's all 4 women are down here. Good grief.
Dude, is it me or did she not have her covered in that high stack pin?
We only saw the left shoulder, Walter. We didn't see the right one. I don't know. Referee's discretion. Then again, there's not a smart referee in the business unless your name's Red Shoes Umino.
They were waiting for
Were you really looking at the pinfall, Walter? I mean, considering the way the high stack was being delivered, I was looking elsewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Walter over here looking at the shoulders.
Well, at least someone's being professional besides me. Again, folks, stay tuned for Holiday Bash Week, Dynamite Collision, Countdown to World's End. And of course, the Collision Holiday Bash will be a special start time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Hell of a week.
That's a repeat, I think. Because you see, it's a 3-hour Dynamite Collision block, and then they're re-showing it on Saturday, it looks like.
Hayter and Kris colliding into each other here. The Sisters of Sin trying to take advantage. That inexperience of the tag team might come back to bite Kris and Jamie. Trying to hook up Kris.
I'm just waiting for them. I'm waiting for them to be in a bakery match. There's a lot of cake involved.
There's no good driver too. No. Stop trying to bake a recipe for disaster, Walter. And your stick mine. You're a married man, for Pete's sake.
definitely would not be a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for ratings, which is something AEW is desperate for.
Right.
I know you don't crunch and look at numbers in that way, Noah, but let's be real. If they took this back to the Divas era and had like a gravy bowl or a pudding match or something with these 4 women, that would pop a rating to be sure.
Yeah, with the wrong type of audience, thus sending back women's wrestling friggin' 20 years.
With the wrong type of audience, AEW fans are called sickos.
Yeah, for wrestling and blood, not for sex appeal, you freaking degenerate.
Okay. Then let's find those cameramen every time they get a gratuitous ass shot.
You know what? Why don't you speak to a cameraman for me for that purpose, and then actually give me facts about that? You might be right, you might be wrong. I don't work for the company, and I damn sure
speak to a cameraman, it's to apply for his job.
And
for real, if I speak
to your leg, Jamie here with the win.
If I speak to an AEW cameraman, it's to give him a Simply Reliable Studios award for best camera angles.
Right?
Jamie Hayter hits hard once again as her and Statlander get the better of the Sisters of Sin. And I do wonder if they're going to have that conversation they were teasing now. After the fact.
Eventually, Hayter's going to be like, I want that title you got. Like, yeah, I'm your friend and everything, but...
Look, these two have faced each other one-on-one only on 2 other occasions. The last time Jamie Hayter faced Kris Statlander, Jamie Hayter won. It was during the Owen Hart Women's Foundation tournament. And I think Kris Statlander would be more than welcoming that chance for redemption.
Stats telling her, let's go talk about it.
World's End, book it. And of course, still kind of classic action, TNT Championship. You gotta wonder what's also going through Feklad's head, seeing her Sisters of Sin fail against Jamie Hayter and Kris Statlander.
When they book that match, you're going to be more conflicted than JJ with the tag team match, Noah.
No, I
For
won't.
real. Yes, you will, because you say Stat is where you're at, but you also claim to be a hater. You got to pick one, Noah.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You got to pick one, Noah.
I'm a play.
If I had to pick one, you've got to pick one, Noah.
I have to pick sides during that. Plus, it's not even been official yet, so you have nothing on me. You had to pick sides, and you didn't pick sides until the very last moment. Like, oh, Willow. So, bottom line, folks, we got a commercial breaker. Fuck television. Stay tuned to see what's made official at World's End. Fekla apparently is not done watching. Why am I solo? I have no idea. That being said, as the action continues, thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. Again, as I talked about her for earlier, debate type show in the future. Why would I do that? I'm not a debater. I'm a commentator. I watch wrestling, all right? Period.
This is what sparked that. And Sandy, depending on what the topic is, I would love to debate Noah. It would just be for fun. It would just be Noah. Calm down. It would just be for fun.
I know. I'm not
there is nothing out there in professional wrestling where we are so divided that it can't just be an all in good fun, because like I just said, even when it comes to things like Stat, I'm not a hater. I just like other people more. So I would love to find some topic to debate Noah. Some topic to debate Noah on, because I just think it would be so much fun. I'll tell you what, Sandy. Come up with a decent topic.
Oh no.
Something where me and Noah can actually agree to disagree on, and we will work the debate into our New Year's Eve special of shenanigans.
Each of you can defend.
We've got so much time to kill on that episode with so many different things. Having a debate to end the year would just be a fun addition to the show. Would you agree to that, Noah?
I mean, I'm here for the people at the end of the day, and I love wrestling. So just talking about it, even out of just humoring it.
Wait, I got something. You guys can each debate your versions of NXT.
He was saying, his piece right there.
It would be fun, I suppose. It would be fun, I suppose.
Okay, so Sandy, come up with the topic.
Anyway,
I got one
to debate our versions of NXT.
Yeah, JJ can defend why this is his NXT, and Noah can, of course, defend his version of NXT.
By the way, thank you for triggering me. Not my NXT! Anyway. Just trigger TNA! Outcut!
And I would have to mediate because I like both versions.
Yeah, he'll wear a freaking black and gold, half and half, rainbow bright chip, black and chrome 3-piece. Anyway, there's a guy who
Hey,
breaks.
I wouldn't get half the shit that's going on now if it wasn't for that Rainbow Bright era. You wouldn't get Braun Breaker the way you got it. You wouldn't have Roxanne Perez.
And
You
we're
wouldn't
back
have
here.
a lot of the stuff you got now. So shit.
Carmelo Hayes.
Backstage.
Frick, backstage. Here we go. Are we going to get the announcement right here and now?
I'll be for it. When you do it, let's end. Sounds good to me. Oh, who are you tuning in?
There it is.
Face the words in. I won it, so I'm going to take it. Show me. I'll be waiting. Come on, show me, damn it! Fucking show me, women! Freaking fight for it!
Haha, you got to pick, Noah.
Not so soon predicting. As we get ready now for Continental Classic action. Well, I got my women's match. I'm looking forward to close out the year.
God,
Anyway.
I'm so sick of this theme.
But the Cores of the Death Riders playing a bittersweet symphony for Walter as we welcome in the CMLL Men's World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli. Time for Claudio Castagnoli versus Konosuke Takeshita. This is going to be good. For those that are wondering, after all that kerfuffle about people then and now and here, NXT, AEW, insert 3 letters, maybe coming. Why is every fucking wrestling company 3 letters, by the way? That's ridiculous. Anyway, that's a different conversation another day. It is made official, apparently. Kris Statlander will defend the AEW Women's World Championship. Waiting for the graphic. Please give me the graphic, Tony Khan. Against Jamie Hayter at World's End. As the Continental Classic continues here tonight, Claudio Castagnoli goes one-on-one for the first time ever against Konosuke Takeshita, champion versus champion. Of course, Claudio, the new CMLL Men's World Champion. Taking on Konosuke Takeshita, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Here are your standings again, by the way. There you see Jon Moxley, Briscoe, Dorado, Orange Cassidy, each at 3. Roderick Strong, Goose Egg. Claudio Castagnoli and Konosuke Takeshita both tied at the top of the block at 6, both with a win over Jon Moxley, just to also put that into perspective. And again, Continental Classic.
Most sports leagues are 3 initials: NBA, NFL, MLS.
Yeah, I don't know what they decided to levy on that. Again, for those that don't know what the Continental Classic is, here are your rules. 20-minute time limit, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Everyone is banned from ringside. Big sports film there. Paquette also giving us a tale of the tape here on how both men are feeling how this match. I love that shit, by the way. And if anyone gets involved, folks, they are fired from AEW. These are pure one-on-one contests. No one interferes. The better wrestler wins.
JJ, here's another thing AEW stole. I used to put the current standings of the Continental Classic across while we were watching, and now they fucking do it. Now they do it. Now they got the standings across the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, either way, whether we're watched or not, all I care about is that professional wrestling is watched. And I do damn for sure care about Konosuke Takeshita and his vision of unifying professional wrestling as the strongest form of sports and entertainment while being its leader, taking on a schedule unlike anything else, working for DDT, New Japan, and AEW. Not to mention, regardless of whatever happens in this tournament, he's fucking facing Yota Tsuji title for title at Wrestle Kingdom 20.
You remember, he's got more momentum. Claudio's coming off a loss.
And to your point, Konosuke Takeshita, his last match was a win against Jon Moxley. Again, Claudio Castagnoli's undoing has been luchadors, it seems, lately. Last time we were involved in here, by the way, Claudio Castagnoli took Kazuchika Okada to a 20-minute draw. And that was for the Continental Championship.
He can't beat a luchador for nothing, yo.
Right? Seriously. Oh, this is going to be good. Claudio Castagnoli, Konosuke Takeshita.
Did you just say Claudio can't beat a luchador? Didn't he become the CMLL World Champion?
In the Continental Classic, JJ. In the Continental Classic, I mean.
Okay, I just heard Walter's blanket statement and had to make sure, he specified, because how can you not beat a luchador, but you're the CMLL World Champion? I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Different luchador, but nonetheless, you are also correct. Again, folks, this is their second ever one-on-one encounter. Last time Claudio Castagnoli took on Konosuke Takeshita was Battle of the Belts 3, when Claudio was the Ring of Honor World Championship, and they literally went 1 second to 20 minutes, 19 minutes and 59 seconds.
Dude, that arm drag transition, he gave him no space on the mat the way he did that. That was a beautiful transition.
We talked about before how much Claudio Castagnoli is one of the most complete in-ring athletes you ever see. See, we got a clean break here. Referee Bryce Rensburg for this contest.
You think you give him a clean break? Let's see.
You think there's respect with these two men?
Yeah, well, after 19 minutes.
Again, literally 1 second to a 20-minute match. Last time these two faced each other. Again, let's go to 20 minutes. Each man will get 1 point. Basically, these men are basically wrestling each other for who leads the block. And of course, in the Continental Classic, it is the top 2 scorers of each block that will move on to the semifinals at World's End. The top of the blue will face the runner-up of the gold. The top of the gold will face the runner-up of the blue. The winner of those 2 matches will be our finals at World's End as well to crown this year's Continental Classic champion. Brand defending champion Kazuchika Okada looking for 2 in a row. Double pound strike to Claudio. And again, Claudio Castagnoli. Once again, locking up with Konosuke Takeshita. And again, you got to neutralize the power of these two if you're going to get any sort of advantage here, Walter.
Yep. I don't care how you do it, but I know you better give me the finals I've been begging for.
Wait and see, Walter. Wait and see. Talk about momentum. Konosuke Takeshita right now is literally 2-0. Okada started off with an 0. Oh, and the Takeshita area takes down Claudio. Think about, again, look at what we got here in AEW. Look at what we got here in this tournament. Continental Classic Champion, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, CMLL World Heavyweight Champion. That's wild to think.
Leader of a Death Rider who keeps freaking tapping out.
Yeah,
should have Bandito in this too. Then you got the Ring of Honor champion.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Bandito, though, he's already had a hell of a year. I'm just saying. Konosuke right now just teeing up against Claudio Castagnoli, but Claudio, oh man, dropping Konosuke.
That was my superstar of the year, I'm telling you.
And there it is, folks. It is official. Kris Statlander will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Jamie Hayter at World's End. Of course, we know that
Nick.
also coincide alongside the semifinals, championship finals, the Continental Classic.
Oh my God!
God damn it, Nick!
Yo, I thought that, but I just never said it out loud. But yes, weird. It's weird.
And both these men right now just squaring off here in a test of spirits. Konosuke trying to get back, and Claudio raking the eyes of the Alpha.
Nick, don't order pepperoni on the pizza while you watch a Claudio match. Just saying.
And of course, Claudio right now might be looking for that pumping bomber, that momentum lariat, or that Swiss step uppercut. Konosuke Takeshita, of course, his weapons on the Raging Fire, Falcon Arrow, and the deadlift gut wrench by Claudio, just literally having his way with Konosuke Takeshita like it was nothing. Pound for pound, the strongest wrestler in AEW, in my opinion, is Claudio Castagnoli. Looking for the
100.
neutralizer. Oh! Staggered him with the elbow strike. Possibly looking for a suplex. Again, Konosuke brought a thesis on that. A big boot catching Claudio. Staggering Claudio to the ropes. And Konosuke sends Claudio up and over the outside. Critical match of the Continental Classic for both these champions and both these block leaders here. So much on the line, including Walter's dream at World's End. And Konosuke squaring up Claudio. Oh, God, calling an uppercut. Damn.
Jesus. Hadouken.
Take a look at the replay here. Bam. Caught him flush on the jaw on the run-in. And it literally caused Konosuke Takeshita to skip a heartbeat. About to say, Claudio, though, the double stomp to the sternum. That's not going to help. Here, I thought Claudio was just going to give him a moment to breathe, give him a count-out victory, maybe.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say. Claudio right now, look at Konosuke up in the, what in the world? Up in the entranceway. Uh-oh. Looking for a suplex. Takeshita blocked it, though. DDT! On the rampway. Good grief. That's one way to take your opponent out. Takeshita once again finding himself in the driver's seat, creating distance with his opponent. Possibly looking for that power drive knee. Claudio catching it. Get tilt to a backbreaker. Every time you think someone's in control, the pendulum swings in favor of the other. Who's going to score that critical 3 points and take the lead? Stay tuned. Fuck television. We got a full commercial break. Good grief. I gotta say, that was just vicious right there. Doesn't want Brad Breaker over the entranceway again. Claudio Castagnoli, as I said, pound for pound. Also, of course, has been involved in more round robin tournaments, I think, than any competitor involved in this field, not named Okada, when it comes to G1 climaxes. While Walter's still hoping for freaking Kenosuke to catch him for Tsuchika Okada, they're in opposite blocks. And right now, we know that Kenosuke seems to protect Don Callis more than Okada. Jury is out who truly is part of this family, who Don Callis really needs to consider is the most reliable member of his family. Not to mention Kyle Fletcher is still very much alive in this thing. And again, folks, there you see the standings, in case you didn't see it earlier. Claudio Castagnoli, Kenosuke Takeshita, both at 6. Of course, still to come tonight, Gold League action with Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight. Both men, of course, are at 3. Kyle Fletcher and Okada leading their block right now, tied at 6. While, of course, Kenosuke and Claudio are also at 6. So, pretty much, that's your 4 men right there that are the front runners to head to the semifinals and the finals at World's End. Again, folks, we'll be covering World's End. That's Saturday, December 27th on HBO Max. There probably will be a tailgate brawl, and we more likely will be covering that. It's been the new standard. And again, the semifinals and the finals will take place at World's End. So stay tuned for more on that. And now we know we got the AEW Women's World Championship match. Yes! Kris Statlander defending the title against Jamie Hayter. And of course, folks, we will be covering that with super predicting date and time to be determined. Stay tuned. I love the Continental Classic season. It's my best time as a wrestling fan on the freaking Western Front. The stiffest form of competition, in-ring competition, without freaking shenanigans getting involved. And if you want to follow me, yeah, well, that's up there. Go ahead. It's not about me. It's about professional wrestling. It's about my friends. Follow Regular J.D. Williams. Follow Walter Cruz. Follow Star Studios on the X. Follow Bag for Wrestling. That's Shout Out Dash, our Canadian friend. Follow James Hebert, who's right now editing 2 years of Saturday Niggas highlights probably as we speak at Jay Hebert Side 95. Follow Rock and Ropes, DJ. Follow the Wrestling Collective. Follow everyone here at the Stipulable Studios. And just know that we are your one-stop spot for all coverage, analysis, reactions, and humor across all things wrestling. W fam, limited to WAW, TNA, NXT, ROH, NWW, GCW, JCW, HOG, and so much more to come.
Boxing, UFC, and JJ, I just got the M&M commercial.
But about to say,
nice.
When did you become Christopher Walken? I was about to say, when did Christopher Walken come here talking about UFC and MMA? That's your forte. I don't know. Anyway.
He does exist. They do exist.
And we exist right now in Cardiff, Wales, virtually from the Utilita Arena as Blue League action continues with Claudio Castagnoli and Kenosuke Takeshita, second ever, one-on-one encounter. Big boot as Claudio looks to avenge that loss against Okada in a draw in this very arena for the Continental Championship.
Nick says, don't follow him. It's creepy.
That's probably accurate. The dude is not steered. The dude is not wrapped up tight. And Kenosuke right now from 0 to 100 looking to fly over the top with the tope con hilo. But we appreciate him regardless. Back into Takeshita landing hard on Claudio and on the mats, following up that tilt-a-whirl brat breaker. That's not going to help in any way.
No, probably not.
And we just got the 10-minute call here as 10 minutes remain in this Continental Classic bout.
And about an hour remains in this episode of Collision that started late.
Well, fuck sports. That being said, Kenosuke Takeshita right now squaring up Claudio Castagnoli. Big boot in the corner.
I honestly
pick up. Thunder bomb cover. Damn it!
Why do you even
the
get
second
excited?
Blue Thunder Bomb that didn't get a pinfall here tonight, Noah.
Shut the fuck up, JJ. At least
Stop getting excited when somebody hits the Blue Thunder Bomb, man.
Because I love that move and I want to see it succeed.
Your blood pressure, Noah. Your blood pressure. Your blood pressure.
Look, I love the move too. It's a beautiful maneuver, but until it starts consistently leading to 3 falls, I refuse to get excited for it.
I'm still going to get excited for the giant swing, which doesn't lead to a pinfall, but can lead to disorientation. As right now, Claudio Sinikonosuke swinging across the world.
They can hit
I
three
believe-
blues.
What's crazy is I think Claudio's gotten more victories with the giant swing than the Blue Thunderbomb has.
Shit. You could be in a last man standing match, Blue Thunderbomb somebody through 3 tables, and they'll still get up at 9.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna remember that next time that actually happens, because that hasn't happened yet. It's Claudio right now is trying to submit Konosuke Takeshita, trapped in the sharpshooter.
Maybe 9.5, 9 3/4, but still, they'll get up before the count of 10.
Oh, that was a nice transition. Oh my God, Claudio, that was nice.
Beautiful rollover to the middle of the ring into the crossface.
Hell yeah.
Yo, that's
Don't sleep on the technical mastery of Claudio
Run
Castagnoli.
cover 2. Again, though, you let your body after. Oh man, uppercut cover 2 count only.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean to step on you. It's just transitional wrestling is my thing.
That's what you're supposed to do. Again, for those that don't know, Walter Cruz is a huge, and I do mean huge, bloody Techers fan / transitional wrestling fan. Probably as big as me or Jeff or JJ for that matter when it comes to the art forms known as pure wrestling. Takeshita right now. Not even moving. Castagnoli, I don't think this is wise.
I thought Moxley and him were going to be the first tie, but this might be the draw.
Well, we're already over the 10-minute mark, as we heard Arcady mention earlier. And again, Castagnoli right now, I don't know if he wants Konosuke to bring his best strong style. Stopping the head of Konosuke. Again, look at Takeshita's eyes.
This is gonna be the European uppercut versus the forearm. Yeah,
I think you're correct here, and I don't know what's going to waver first. Fighting Spirit on full display here. Big forearm rock, Claudio. Didn't even grab the ropes. Uppercut receipt. Back and forth they go. The Bushido, the Fighting Spirit, the Tolkon that these men pride themselves on. Of course, they catch the discipline out of the DDT dojo. Takeshita holding on right now and going north and south with these forearms. Caught with an uppercut, looking for the rolling elbow.
Claudio's nuts. Why would you tell freaking Takeshita to bring it?
Roll through. Pride of a wrestler, man. And again, right now, what in the hell? Trying to hoist up Claudio handstand up on the shoulder. Wow.
Tombstone.
No, that's not a tombstone, dude. That's a Hitokanashi! Dumpster driver! And again, he's going to power him over. Wheelbarrow suplex!
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't bridge him and covered him.
Again, how much that took out Konosuke, though? Claudio staggered. Flying elbow! That was like a fucking hidden blade! Cover! 2! No! Shout out to the bruv. Damn. You're saying, JJ?
I just said kaping because somebody's notifications went off.
I don't know how. The freaking site's on mute. So weird.
Again, literally driving that elbow through Claudio's skull, flying through him with that. Crowd chant, this is awesome, and I agree.
Dude, that took all of Takeshita's strength to try to do that.
I'm about to say, Takeshita prides himself on how strong I truly can become, not how strong I am. With the power drive knee pop-up. Uppercut! Switch step cover 2! No!
Oh, shit. I thought
we
he
need Nick's wife on commentary.
Right.
Based off of the comments that he's making in the chat room. My wife, the amount of face-to-balls action is insane right now.
And then look at that roll up that just happened right after you said that, JJ.
Springboard uppercuts.
I think the time's gonna run out, man.
We talked about before the last match went 1 second under 20 minutes. Looking once again for the neutralizer. That by drop. Kyle lands on his feet. Big uppercut. Konosuke. Oh man, the elbow. What combo match live and hilarious.
Get your ass up and hit that Falcon Arrow. Rain of Fire, whatever he calls it.
Raging Fire. For Pete's sake, Walter, do your research, bro.
I knew it had fire in it, damn it.
Here. The back body drop. Claudio landing on his feet. runs to an uppercut. Konosuke answers with a vicious elbow for the discus, and instead both men collide with a lariat, both men down the middle.
It's just a glorified freaking Falcon Arrow. All right.
Well, at least it actually gets wins, unlike some people that do that move. Bryce Ransbury starting his jumping 10 count here. Crowd to their feet, chanting, "This is awesome." And Konosuke and Claudio eye to eye with each other.
What's up, man?
Looks like both men are finally starting to rise off the mat here. Big elbow. I'm not even sure how much these two have left. Might have emptied the gas tank there. Big uppercut. And again, Claudio, to your point, Walter, trying to rebound from that loss against Mezcal Dorada last week. While Konosuke the captain is going to continue his streak. We saw the Protostar streak broken on Wednesday.
Just more and more shots.
Back and forth we go. Close range combat. Oh, wow. Claudio.
They both look exhausted.
Would you be at this point?
I'm exhausted watching it. Shit.
I'm never exhausted watching shit like this. This is the stuff that keeps me awake. Other stuff, it's bathroom break. That being said, Konosuke, but I'm still on screen doing this stuff as it is for whatever. Oh, big elbow as both men are on the apron.
What's
Again,
the time? Oh, man, I gotta start doing. You told me to start putting little stopwatches on these matches.
I believe we got less than a minute left, by the way, in case you all didn't hear Arcady. And right now, Claudio and Konosuke, or was it less than a minute that Claudio had left against Jon Moxley? And that's what they're referring to, because that actually was pretty close to a draw, believe it or not. Both men, big boot, both men on the apron, still going after each other. Oh, and both men with a boot and fall to the floor. Crumbling down to the floor.
Well, when it comes crashing down, it hurts inside.
Both men very equally matched here. Big elbow again. Neither of these men just literally wavering their position. They're literally walking into each other's strikes. Big boot turns Konosuke sideways. Konosuke answers with a boot of his own. Follow up. Rocking Claudio. Getting 3 of those big kicks in. Irish whip. Big Irish whip on the roll. Oh, man, a rebound with the boot off the barricade.
Oh my God. There's no way they're gonna end this match. It's gonna draw.
Well, it might end in a draw via 10 count because Bryce is back in the ring starting his 10 count right now. Getting official now up to 5 as Claudio Castagnoli sees what he's fighting for, the Continental Championship. Up to 6. 1 minute remains. Oh, big elbow! World class, less than a minute left.
Didn't that break the count though? He was half in.
That's a 9. Oh, I makes it in before 10. And Konosuke, bang, power drive knee, cover, hit the front leg, no. Konosuke needs to stay on the attack if he wants those 3 points. There's less than a minute left.
He's blaming the ref.
Going for a raging fire. Claudio, counter. Look at Konosuke. What the fuck? Neutralizer. Shoot the hand, counter, hit the far leg. No.
Yo!
Fans cheering, fans standing, fans in disbelief, me included. Oh, the bell rings.
I told you, that was a good match too.
Holy hell.
So they both get the points, right?
They both get 1 point, which means they both stand at the top of the block at 7. But I don't think
they're still going at it.
Suck. Why not? Freaking fight all night. I don't give a shit.
Fight forever.
And referees right now trying to break up these 2 men, as of course we do still have a program to get to, but clearly we need this run back.
How is Takesha let just Aubrey by herself hold him back?
Because
he's a gentleman.
Yeah, again, Claudio, you're dealing with a Death Rider here at the end of the day. You might be dealing with pound for pound one of the most complete wrestlers in that ring. On paper, he's still a Death Rider.
Okay, Aubrey, she knocked him down.
Okay, fuck it. Man, Konosuke just leaping into Claudio. You're going to need more than just 3 referees to break these two up at this point.
That's right. Get Rick Knox out there.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Kane.
I don't think Rick Knox could handle this type of violence.
There's the fight forever chant.
Well, now they're finally separated for the moment. There we see John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Don Pac. The Death Rider is finally trying to cool off Claudio Castagnoli, and we see the Don Callis family coming to the opposite side here. Well, either way, folks, Castagnoli and the Catch Can, Claudio Castagnoli both get 1 point. This match is a 20-minute draw.
Damn, I wouldn't have minded if that was the main event.
You mean
Could
both.
have been.
Silicon Knight, Kevin Knight versus Spiel Mike Bailey, and Mark Briscoe versus, of course, Daniel Garcia. Speaking of which, let's go backstage to Jet Speed, preparing for the one-on-one match. That was fucking epic. Right now, we're just getting a backstage interview here.
All right, look, I'm not trying to stereotype, but why does Kevin Knight look like he's about to go shoot a rap video? I'm just saying, the hat, the dreads, the jacket, the shades, the chain.
It does scream rapper, doesn't it?
He looks like he's about to go film a music video, man.
I can't probably know. He probably got some freestyle in him. That both these men are going to bring the absolute best against each other. Just speed up. I cannot wait to see these two go one-on-one after how fast and furious Kyle Fletcher and Speedball were. As again, Speedball and Kevin Knight are both tied at 3, looking to join the field of 6 with Kyle Fletcher, Kazuchika Okada.
It's white and dirty versus white and nerdy.
I asked you a couple of weeks ago what's going to happen when they two. I said that eventually they're going to have to face each other. Look, I got my answer a couple of weeks later.
I mean, about to say they're in the same block, and we just saw our first draw in this fade. Now that Claudio and Konosuke, they're both tied at 7 because they each get 1 point. Good grief. And now look at that with Charles Giovanni.
You better not book 2 draws in the same night. I'll be pissed.
Well, in the meantime, I know you're going to be pissed about this. Grab a drink and toast. Time to celebrate, because here comes our inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions.
Babes of Wrath. Babes of Wrath.
Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale sporting the gold. I couldn't be happier for Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. They earned it. An emotional night Wednesday night for JJ, Mr. Indifferent as well, who couldn't pick the winner before the fact, like Jerry the King Lawler. As we saw winners coming Wednesday night, Aubrey Edwards, of course, refereeing this match. It was Timeless Love Bombs, Timeless Story, Stormy Shirakawa against Willow Nightingale. Harley Cameron put out all the possible stops they could.
I'm sorry to be that guy, Noah, but I think I'm getting my Christmas present a little bit early. Look at the jiggle on Willow tonight.
Well, she has an extra reason to be extra positive here. As again, it was the finishing move and the babe with the power bomb. That combination allowed Harley Cameron and Nightingale to make history, becoming the first AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions.
Willow's bringing new meaning to the phrase "more bounce to the ounce" tonight.
Babes of Wrath. Babes of Wrath trending worldwide. I can finally breathe now because I just get to relax with great competitors, great champions. Great women's tag team champions.
I'm jealous of Shivani.
Khan's the professional. And for once, maybe they won't take the damn mic out of his hand or disrespect him. Damn.
Oh, no.
Well, no, only the heels do that. These are consummate baby faces.
That's fair.
That shirt's about 2 seconds from having the backs doing a blackout.
Why do you think I said I got my Christmas present early, Walter?
I know.
Anyway, as we're trying to hear what they're saying.
Look, Willow needs to be what I wanted Roxanne Perez to be. She needs to be that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat babyface that never turns heel.
Mm-hmm.
Star AEW.
I need a mini puppet with a mini title. Let's go.
For real. Come on, Harley. Let me get a mini Harley, mini Willow puppets with belts on them.
The teams out there. There are a lot of women out there. Who's running next?
Look, even my wife likes Willow. She watched Willow for the first time when we watched the Continental, when we watched the actual match, and she was liking her some.
But you're wondering what was next. You might get a freaking second act because here comes the Timeless Love Bombs, Timeless Story Storm, and Mina Shirakawa to join the celebration.
I told you on Wednesday, bro, they are going to run it back at World's End. And I'll bet you that's what's about to happen right now.
Well, let's see if you're right, Nostradamus.
I need an AEW to come to Sacramento, goddammit.
I need them to come to Toledo.
Walter, they're coming to Staples Center in March. Request the day off, get tickets, get your ass down here.
I know. That's just like...
And they'll probably do Dynamite Collision either in the Bay Area or like Anaheim, San Diego coming out of it.
Oh, if it's a Dynamite, I don't need to ask for the day off. I have Wednesdays off.
But would you rather go to a Dynamite or a pay-per-view?
True.
Some Dynamites are like pay-per-views, though, especially when they come to Cleveland. I could witness that.
And AEW is a lot more affordable.
Amen. My lover and I... Tony.
My lover and
I can
Come on! Come on! Lingerie lesbian match!
Shut the fuck up, Walter!
Tony's damn sure in the lingerie already.
Oh, God, I'm surrounded by idiots. Then again,
and you would have it no other way. Don't even start trying to give me any bullshit.
You know what? I'm Joey Styles, freaking New Japan Pro Wrestling by myself. Wait a second.
Why you don't even
you're Joey Styles, and me and Walter are Joel Gertner.
I don't know how he survived. Well, here comes Party
God damn it.
I do like the outfit, though. That's kind of cool what she's wearing.
Here comes Ebenezer Grinch.
Well, at least she lost to Kris Statlander, and she lost to Red Velvet, so there's that. But yes, folks, Mercedes Moné's on the screen.
I wouldn't mind Mina beating her for the TBS title either.
Don't forget, the last time that her and Mina were in the ring, she took Mina's gold. And we've also seen...
Shut up!
Mercedes, shut up! Thank you, Mina.
Go away. Go away. Go away.
Don't tell me she found a partner. Please don't tell me this.
I mean, the last time she had a partner, it didn't work out so well. I'm just saying. We'll do this right now in Cardiff, darling.
Last time she had a partner that actually worked out good for her, it was Naomi.
Mm-hmm. So they walked away from it.
And one of them became the world champion of their respective company. The other one is only secondary champion.
They're not very good about it. There's 4 of us. And there's less of you.
You ain't got no friends.
Oh!
Or fans.
A little laughing. See, other than any friends. But I will bring a team of killers this Wednesday in Manchester.
Oh, she's probably gonna bring some CMLL people, some. Dude, she should have a partner from each company she owns a title in.
Well, challenge made, and I'm not going to repeat what Tony Storm said because that was as innuendo as it gets, but it sounds like we're going to have a 8-woman tag this coming Wednesday on Holiday Bash. Who the hell's Mercedes Moné going to hire? There's one you can say about money talks.
Well, she can't get Bailey. She works for the other company. Can't get Naomi. She's pregnant.
Well, while you keep in on that, get ready to see Tap Partners collide. Screw My Belly and Kevin Knight next. We return to AEW Collision. Fuck television. Okay.
Maybe she'll tag with Minnie Monet.
Minnie Monet jacked her jaw and playing guts. If you don't remember, she had breast knuckles inside of her.
I remember.
Fucking hell.
Will she get some Japanese people, some CMLL people?
I mean, they're also in the. They are also in the UK. Pro Wrestling Eve is not too far away. I'm just saying. So anyway, I've got another.
Do they have a partnership with AEW?
Yeah, because the Bruv literally works there. Shoot,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Super Nightingale. Kris Statlander is their international champion.
That's probably what they're going to do, though.
I wouldn't mind it. Shoot, give me more of that freaking grunge underground move with that all women's promotion. Give me Anita Vaughn. Give me freaking whoever else you can there. Shout out, by the way, to Chris Wolf, of course, who is retired. Well, that being said, we got a commercial break and we're going to talk about a lot of upcoming activities. Of course, you know the last time is now tonight when we cover John Cena's final match against Gunther on Saturday night's main event. Stay tuned for more on that and John Cena Appreciation Night on the Saturday Shenanigans. But with that all being said, we got a commercial break for television. Here's another look in what's ahead here at Cinema Studios. Watch along coverage. Check this out.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And truly here at the Super Reliable Studios, we truly encompass, embrace, celebrate, engage, analyze, criticize, pontificate, and book upon all the wrestling. And welcome back to the AEW Collision where it's coming to go backstage with Ricochet, the AEW inaugural national champion. With 2 defenses so far against Donny Castle and Ring of Honor, and it's Austin on Collision, ironically enough, on back-to-back days.
I don't know if you noticed in the trailer the graphic for Defy Wrestling. There's one reason that I added that show to the card.
I was about to ask you why. Steve Borden Jr. For those that don't know, that is the, how do I put that so politely, JJ? Oh, yeah, that's the son of Sting.
We saw him dressed like Sting, the old Sting in the last, his last match.
That is exactly correct. And of course, next week we have a holiday bash before the holiday season officially arrives, as we will see who takes one step closer, not going after the brass ring, but the Dynamite Diamond ring. As we learn, the holiday bash next week will have the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale. The winner of that, of course, will face Maxwell Jacob Freeman. And the winner of that match will get a shot at the AEW Men's World Championship at Maximum Carnage all next year. A lot of people in their name in the hand and clean. Ricochet, Brody King, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin, as well as Brody King. But of course, Maxwell Jacob Freeman has been the sole bearer of this ring since the inception of this Dynamite Battle Royale.
He won't even be in it to defend it either.
He doesn't have to defend it. He's defending the right to hold it. The Battle Royale puts the person on the other side of the marquee of Maxwell Jacob Freeman. That's how this works.
Mm.
Coming up on Wednesday, folks. Stay tuned for more on that. Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale, part of a 3-hour special of Dynamite and Collision next week, Wednesday night. Holiday Bash, Manchester, England, 8 p.m. Standard Time. As we get ready for Continental Classic action, time for Kevin Knight and Speed on My Belly to finally go one-on-one. The Jet, Kevin Knight, is jet to fly, ready to soar. Former Best Super Juniors participant, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Chairman, and of course the tag partner of Speedball Mike Bailey. Both men going in here with 3 points. Renee Paquette giving us some stats here. I love that. Kevin Knight also, who has been in the ring with Kazuchika Okada earlier this year for that Continental Championship. The last encounter in 2023, as Renee just echoed, this is their third one-on-one encounter. I love that eccentric sports analysis feels from Renee Paquette. That's awesome.
She's doing her best Stat Boy impression.
And it's working. It's working, in my opinion. Speedball Mike Bailey with 3 points, as I said, tied with Kevin Knight, also at 3, as again, JJ Crow at the Speedball Mike Bailey beat the Protostar Kyle Fletcher this past Wednesday on Dynamite. Winner is coming.
Okay, can you please just stop rubbing it in?
No. Gold League match action here. Bell rings around the way. For this contest, it's again, folks, the rules for the Continental Classic. This crowd is fucking fired up, and I love it. 20-minute time limit, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Everyone is banned from ringside. If anyone gets involved, they are fired from AEW. Now, as this will start with some sportsmanship, Walter, I would think.
I would assume, but you know what they say about assuming.
Yeah, definition to make an ass out of you and me. Go ahead and put up the graphic again. And again, mutual handshake there. There you, of course, see the handshake right there. And fight! A roll up by Kevin Knight. It's a quick 2 count. Again, don't blink, folks. Schoolboy 2 for Speedball. But for the PK, standing moonsault. These two men know each other so damn well, being tag team partners since April, of course. Previous challenges for the AEW Tag Team Champions twice. Went for the flying lariat. Mitchell's escape. Whoa! Wow.
Oh, look at that. They actually gave you a breath to breathe in between.
Yeah, sometimes AEW does that, believe it or not. It just depends on the match, and it depends on the approach to the match. And this is not going to be a technical classic. This is going to be a high-speed offensive battle. And spring, up and over. Great sidestep there. Waist lock, and Kevin Knight pushing Speedball in the corner. Of course, we're seeing the wear and tear of this tournament, Walter. Heavy kinesio tape on both competitors.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, Speedball's lower back. Of course, tournament itself is an endurance battle of your own physical well-being as much as your mental fortitude.
Yeah.
And you see right there, AEW continuing the new year. Throws like a home out. Maximum Carnage that we'll be covering here Wednesday, January 14th. We know I have a men's AEW Championship match. Oh, midsection.
I just hope they're able to realize this is just part of the tournament and they can still keep their chemistry and keep their team alive, because every team eventually wants to know who's the better of the two. We might find out tonight now.
Well, the Continental Classic is a hell of a proving ground, if we're being honest here. And Kevin Knight denied takeoff from the runway. Speedball back inside the ring. And Speedball over the top. Lands on the floor. Kevin Knight, again, both these men right now literally outpacing each other.
They're not pulling punches either. If this is how they treat their friends, I hate to be their enemy.
And out of the corner, triangle moonsault takes Kevin Knight down the outside. And this match continues, folks, in the Continental Classic. Jet Speed 1-on-1 after this commercial break. Fuck television.
Damn it.
Again, the problem with television. I pray that Peacock doesn't do that in between matches, but we'll see. I heard last time they didn't, so again, I'll take your word for it.
No, last time they were pretty good with it.
They were pretty good with it. This is WWE, the over freaking franchising.
There was no commercial. It was just packages, but this is Cena's last match, so they might just do a bunch of different packages for Cena in between.
Well, I'm about to say, there's going to be more than enough thank you Cena tributes with the Saturday shenanigans unfold at rumor possibly 11 p.m. standard time. For all we know, it might take later than that. If what they're saying is true, they're going to go further and deeper and longer with these matches on Saturday night's main event. That'll be a freaking first. So we'll see what happens. Again, folks, Saturday's main event. Stay tuned. We'll be coming, of course, in Survivor Studios. We have Open Femi versus Cody Rhodes, So Ruka versus Bailey, Leon Slater and Javon Evans taking on Dragon Lee and AJ Styles. And our main event, yes, it is the main event, as heard on Pat McAfee's podcast from the man himself. John Cena's last match, John Cena versus Gunther. Gunther, who won the last time is now tournament. And apparently more surprises in store as well. And to your point, though, it seems like the story of tag team wrestling, men or women-wise, more so women in WWE, who's the Mario Jannetty versus Shawn Michaels? Unless you just pair two single stars together for a short period of time and see how long that goes. It's kind of a ridiculous trope. Freaking unacclaimed Matt Cass and Ebony Bowen's been stuck in mid-card because they can't get out of each other's damn heads.
Mm-hmm.
I guess both of them are going to be in the Dynamite Battle Royale next week, though. So, again, we'll see if that actually leads to anything. Probably not, though, if I'm being perfectly honest here.
We'll see.
Yeah, right. And again, still to come tonight, Mark Briscoe defending the TNT title against Daniel Garcia. Oh, man, that was a hell of a match, though, with Kenosi Takeshita and Claudio Castagnoli. Sheesh. Anyway. Lone Star here in the chat again. Shout out to everybody that's watching on the X or on the social medias or on our channels. Again, thank you so much. Please let us guys comment and tell a friend. Again, you want to dictate the conversation, you could always super chat or pay by the patch. As simple as that. And we hope that you're enjoying the coverage, the analysis, and the fair takes from open-minded people, proprietors, viewers, consumers of all things professional wrestling. Probably no more than me, though, considering I watch everything. Shout out, by the way, to New Japan Pro Wrestling, as, of course, the World Tag League is wrapping up. And, of course, Stardom prepares for Dream Queendom, where Saya Kamatari will defend the World of Stardom Championship against Ano Sarai, and so much more. I wonder who was going to go after the Wonder of Stardom Championship since Starlight Kid lost it, or is she going to get a rematch? Still say Azuki should have it, damn it! Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. Azuki should be champion. And want Hazuki to succeed. And we're back here against Jet Speed. Kevin Knight's moving my belly here in the Gold League action. AEW Collision winner is coming. Capacity crowd in Cardiff, Wales, taking AEW in the, I imagine, in their part, the evening. Up on the top rope! Good Lord. Soaring off the top with a flying clothesline, wiping Speedball out. Again, 20 minutes, and we already saw our first draw in the tournament tonight with Claudio Castagnoli and Kenosuke Takeshita, surpassing their previous longest bout that went 19 minutes and 59 seconds. Giving 9 speed on my belly again. Tag partners since April. First time facing charge in 2023. In singles action, drop face first. Catches the boot though. Oh, man. Ends the spinning Sobot. Puts Kevin Knight up on the top rope, possibly looking for that flamingo driver. Kevin Knight, great awareness with the point of the elbow to the head. Knife edge chop. And Speedball and Kevin Knight right now, eye to eye in the corner. What the hell is going to happen here? There we go, and caught him. Oh! Down goes Kevin Knight with a messy Rana. Tried to block him, was unable to. Now looking for the Tenille King. Kevin Knight gets out of the way of oncoming traffic. Speedball looking for the double knees, and whoa! Beautiful leaping ability by Kevin Knight, taking Speedball out of the corner with the first starter, the fall delay DDT. And the cover by Kevin Knight gets a 2 count only. Driving Speedball's head into the mat. Yeah, think about it again. Talk about how tag teams break down, but how strong tag teams become knowing each other's playbooks based on how long they work together.
That's fair.
And Kevin Knight right now looking to source. People might be on the drop zone. Speedball quick on his feet. Judgment, it's a Guri, and I think not the cameraman almost there. Kevin Knight almost taking out the cameraman, laying on the apron, swooping the leg by Speedball. And Speedball scouting Kevin. Uh-oh. And JJ, we saw Kyle Fletcher in this position. Oh, God. Revolution knees on the apron. Connected flush with Kevin Knight's sternum. And right now, Speedball again, still framing his lower back. So the follow up, and Kevin Knight stirring as well. Compared to how fast and furious Wednesday's match was, I'm surprised how much more slow an approach this match is.
Bro, I thought you wouldn't even be able to do commentary because you wouldn't keep up. They
don't jinx
surprised
it.
The hell out of me.
Kevin Knight just surprised me leading up to the top. We're going to be over superplex Holding on. Wait a minute. Boom, man. Shoulders down. Almost got a double cover.
Ooh.
Whoa. I guess technically both would have got 3 points in that situation, I would think. Or I guess it's a draw. It's not going to be one. One shot, fast fly. Cover, hook the single leg. Kevin Knight roll through. Deep hook and kick out.
Yo,
I like that joke. Who's she going to get? BMW, Honda, and Volkswagen?
Drop kick. Huge drop kick by Kevin Knight, wiping out Speedball in the run-in.
Mercedes is high end, so BMW works, but I think you'd need Rolls Royce and Tesla.
Right.
Honda and Volkswagen are a little bit too cheap for Mercedes, I think.
And the Knight's bringing up the top rope. Oh, Skye midair. Big combo on the shoulder there. Versus the
How did he do that Spanish fly? That was some crazy shit. Speedball be doing some stuff.
There's a reason why Speedball My Belly has been many people's wrestler to watch year round since finally being able to go across the border.
Of course, Speedball's doing some stuff, Walter. Speedball's a drug reference.
I know. I wish he stayed with
Scott
TNA because I would love to see him and Slater for the X Division right now.
Yeah, Speedball My Belly and Kevin Knight right now need to get back up to their feet. That'd be wild if this goes to the time of the draw like the other match. That'd be crazy. That would be a first.
Please don't do that. Please don't give me 2 in the same night. I'll be pissed.
Why would you be pissed at that?
Because it's just twice in the same night. Oh, it's too much.
Too much. A dead heat competition. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. What?
Because listen, if you keep doing draws, then it makes the next match it makes them look weak. Like look who you lost to.
Oh, God!
Meeting in the middle.
Both men with the same front colliding mid-air in the middle of the ring.
I don't know who got the worst of that. But
well, Kevin Knight right now is looking to travel from the east to west, and Speedball is not even on his feet, staggered in the corner. The Jet looking to fly coast to coast.
Clear for a landing.
Kevin Knight looking to follow up here. Looking to plant 3 points. Big UFO splash, but catch the feet of Speedball My Belly. That could crack a rib as he runs into the tornado kick. Cover! 2! No!
The problem is when you fight your partner, who knows you better than your partner? Like, he can counter everything because they know what you're going to do before you even think of it.
And prior to that, these two faced each other in Impact Wrestling for the first time ever when Kevin Knight was on excursion in 2023. Again, black belt Taekwondo paying off for Speedball My Belly here. And of course, Kevin Knight, a student out of the LA dojo. Up on the second rope. Uh-oh, Kevin Knight doesn't want to be there. Oh, look for ultimate weapon. And Kevin Knight scouting it. Now looking for the Mario Crail. Speedball, hook of the head and leg. Kevin Knight reversal. 2. Oh.
Damn.
Standing switch exchange right now with Speedball and Kevin Knight. Speedball, straight jacket. Decided Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight does the cover. But Speedball the first on 2. Got the late cradle. Could not keep Kevin Knight down though. Oh.
Yo, how did he kick out when his arms were like in a straight jacket position?
The legs were not fully trapped. Remember, he trapped Kevin Knight on Wednesday Night Dynamite. And right now looking for the Flamingo driver. And connects cover. 2.
Oh, it's over.
Up to 6.
Ooh. Okay, Speedball.
Haven't seen him pull that on in a long time. Hell of a friendly bout, and I do mean friendly. To Walter's point, these guys are tag team partners, and Jet Speed said when it came to this, we're going to bring it all out, and they did. Speedball My Belly joins the field at 6 with Kazuchika Okada and Kyle Fletcher, with each man only having 2 matches left on the way to the semifinals at World's End.
I know the finals that I'm begging for, but it's really anybody's ball game except maybe Strong right now. Like, seriously, this is a really unpredictable Continental Classic.
Yeah, this is far more predictable than last year. And again, though, you see Speedball and Kevin Knight, though, mutual respect being shown there. Feeling like Barry winning with the Flamingo driver. Very well done. I love contests like that. All right. Of course, we get ready for our main event here. Again, I'm not sure how much Kevin and Speedball took out of each other here during that bout. We go backstage with the pro star Kyle Fletcher, who was upset by Speedball Mike Bailey. All the momentum in the world. Let's go to the top of the Gold League. And it's ruined. But having enough time to wallow. Faces next challenger, Bastard Pac.
I like the way he says bastard.
But I mean, he's Australian, bastard. This is that kind of classic. And pin him against my own family members. I have to win it against you. Man, my entire arena behind you.
Look at Briscoe.
Bring your best, bastard. And speaking of which, we are in the Bastards' home turf. I was right about that. That match is in Manchester, England.
Ooh, yeah. You heard the crowd react to him?
It's literally a homecoming hero. Let me put it clear. I do not care how brilliant your matches are. How brilliant he thinks your matches are. Nothing. Why do I feel like I'm in an echo chamber? Brilliant happening in Manchester. Write it down, Kyle, because I am a very different breed, forged from decades of experience at the very highest level. Speedball knows. Okada knows, and very soon you will know it too. As we got a full commercial break, fuck television. Okay, so now we know next week we're going to get in Manchester, England, Speedball, Boston Pac versus Kyle Fletcher in Manchester. All right, we'll see what that leads to. And again, folks, do you have your early picks yet to win based on what you've seen so far in the Continental Classic? Do you still believe it's going to be Walter's dream of Kenosuke Takeshita versus Shuchika Okada, even in the semifinals at some point, if possible? Do you think there's going to be an upset? Do you think Roderick Strong or Jack Perry play a spoiler? Again, we'll keep you covered here as we cover the entire Continental Classic for the first time ever. Damn sure won't be the last time. I've had more fun with this than I've had a long fucking time covering wrestling on a consistent basis. Again, folks, next week, Continental Classic continues in Manchester, United Kingdom on December the 17th. Holiday Bash, Dynamite Collision, 3-hour special. Then we return from across the pond to the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, the 20th and 21st for AEW Dynamite on 34th Street and Christmas Collision. And of course, it all culminates in our finals at World's End in Chicago, December 27th, the finals and semifinals Continental Classic in the end of this tournament. And I cannot wait for this freaking show now that I also know Kris Statlander defends the gold against Jamie Hayter. Let's fucking go. But I love these moments where I can just breathe and relax for a little bit. And JJ, you've been silent for a moment, bro. What's on your mind about anything? Go for it.
Not a whole lot, man. I've just kind of been multitasking.
As you always do, outside Walter Cruz, you're two of the hardest working men I know outside this crazy internet family I've come to know of you yahoos. Man, respect. Anyway, as we got a moment to breathe, hope everyone's enjoying the conversation, reactions, coverage, takes, the humor, Nick's insanity in the chat, and also their analysis and punchline follow us again. Thank you all for tuning in. Please leave a comment and tell a friend. And I think that definitely Renegade Twins first shout out. I mean, for a long time, there was that whole idea of Charlotte and Robin Renegade being part of the CEO's business board. So it depends if they're both medically clear, because I know I've only seen Robin Renegade compete as of late. So we'll see what happens. And by the way, we're in the UK. They're not only the fashion capital, they also have foreign cars. You're thinking about Maserati or a Ferrari or, you know, other stuff like that. Non-American made. As we go back inside for our next
I wouldn't mind having a bus, a Volkswagen bus. The way they remade it, those shits are nice.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's time on AEW Collision where it's coming. TNT time on the line. 20-minute time limit. Garcia versus Mark Briscoe. A match from last year's Continental Classic, by the way. that Mark Briscoe won.
No disrespect to Briscoe and Garcia. I know it's for TNT title. I know the rivalry and everything, but I really feel like Claudio Takeshita should have ended it like that.
Yeah,
But I think it's
well,
post-match. I feel that way because of the match they gave us, so maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, it might be also one of those things where it comes down to what's more important right now, the TNT title on TNT or the Continental Classic itself. And that fan may want to judge Daniel Garcia. He wants to dare that fan to judge the most lethal compared to this women's division, Marina Shafir. Of course, Marina Shafir escorting Daniel Garcia to ringside. Unlike the Continental Classic, seconds can be out here at ringside. And Lord knows when you face a Death Rider, you never face one of them alone. Why, this man's been going at it all on his own since the passing of his brother. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Hey, that crazy chicken man. Anytime my Briscoe's on my screen, it's a good time to be a fan of professional wrestling. First defense for the new TNT champion after being Kyle Fletcher at AEW Full Gear. Look at Dan Garcia, a Death Rider ass whipping tonight in Cardiff, Wales. See what sort of Daniel Garcia we get tonight. That lethal technician or that Death Rider influence. And there you see the TNT Championship held up by Bryce Rensburg, that camel design. I love that strap, by the way. I love the TNT title literally has its own personality with each champion. Bell reigns were underway.
I'm honestly torn right now between which belt I like more, Ethan Page's North American Championship or Mark Briscoe's TNT Championship.
Well, one's all about fortune combat. The other one is for a country that's part of North America. So it feels, TNT's more, open, while, of course, Canada is Canada. Canada's not America. Canada's not Mexico. But even Page is from Canada. So, in hindsight.
I kind of like
sure
I like the North American. If I had a choice and I could afford either one, I would pick the North American. But to be honest, the TNT is probably cheaper.
Yeah,
I don't know. AEW title belts run kind of pricey. Have you ever seen one of their world title replicas?
About to say.
No, $500 too?
Like $650, $700.
You also got to consider they don't have a ton of different versions of those belts. And it's also on ProWrestlingTees.com or AEW Shop. I have a shop here. Again, Marina Shafir. I wonder what she's done to prepare Dan Garcia for this match. Up and over, Dan Garcia lands on his feet, the waist like a plait. Again, Dan Garcia, former TNT champion, beat Hollywood Elite Jack Perry for that title. Last year at Full Gear before losing it to Adam Cole earlier this year at Dynasty. Oh! Big right hand.
They got a link to Amazon Prime too because of the relationship. I forgot.
I forgot about that. Just good holiday shopping, of course. Harley Cameron will tell you more about that with her 12 Days of Christmas rendition. Figure for that, Walter. Mark Briscoe, the 29th TNT champion in this company's history.
Dude, they said you can pre-order the AEW Unified Championship, $799.99.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right for any belt collector. And right now, Dan Garcia driving the knee into Mark Briscoe, driving him into the barricade, face first.
The cheapest one is the TBS title. That is $600. The AEW Women's World title is $700.
I wonder who makes their belts, actually. It's not FOD belts, I imagine. I'm curious.
The TNT is $600.
Walter Cruz, you might as well just put a freaking stat in the chat about all of that, or a freaking banner. Buy this belt. Buy this belt. Go buy yourself something that worth $1 million. Speaking of $1 million, Omega and the Young Bucks in a $1 million trios match. That's $750,000 pounds, by the way, folks. 750,000 pounds, just to put that in perspective. And the Holiday Bash has an 8-woman tag with the tag team champions, the Thomas Love Bombs taking on. Oh shit! Well, I guess Mercedes Moné got some hired help. Marina Shafir, Megan Payne, and Athena. And the Continental Classic will continue with Mascara Dorada taking on freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. And we also know that TR will defend the tag team championships against the Bang Bang Gang. And John Moxley will go one-on-one against Roderick Strong in Continental Classic Blue League action. The Holiday Bash bringing all the stops out. And you see Marina Shafir right now trying to play distraction. Meanwhile, Mark Briscoe Oh, wait a minute. Mark Briscoe took it side of Daniel Garcia, who went after the leg. A huge man found away here. Daniel Garcia just clubbing away against Mark Briscoe in between the apron. Jeez. I think it took 4 times losing to John Moxley for Daniel Garcia to realize I shouldn't be in this for the fans. I need to be taking this more seriously, apparently. Swing a net breaker. Need a different mentality. And this TNT Championship will continue, folks. Wrestle Quiet Picture in Picture or full commercial on Max. Fuck television. I guess, money talks. Mercedes Moné hired freaking Athena, Maria Shafir, and Megan Bayne. Truth be told, Athena, Mercedes Moné, they were a tag team. Loss. Megan Bayne and Maria Shafir, they were a tag team. Loss. You literally got a whole entire AEW Women's Tag Team division, or at least half of it, in that 8-woman tag next week. Much to JJ's point earlier.
And I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Athena's on Dynamite again, too. I'm fucking here for that as well. Although, last time she was in the UK, talking about history, she tapped out to Timeless Tony Storm. Just saying. Seriously, like, who's going to take her towel? Talk about Mercedes Moné. Who's going to take the towel off Athena? I'm out of names. Hazuki. Fuck it. Why not?
I am going to let you guys go.
Yeah.
The finale here. That way I can start getting set up for the Saturday night's main event thing.
Yes, and before JJ goes, folks, again, if you want to prepare for that as well, you will see us on the other side. Having prepared for the last time, John Cena's final match, Saturday's main event, we'll be covering it. There will be an hour-long kickoff show talking about this card, this match, and appreciating John Cena, JJ, Jeff, and others to be involved as well. And then we will see you bell time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our coverage, while JJ, Jeff, and Gino will take the reins, acknowledge that, in the main event. That will be John Cena versus Gunther in John Cena's final match. So again, stay tuned for JJ and Jeff to lead the pre-show festivities before we head into the Saturday shenanigans, as we will be covering Saturday night's main event. Appreciate you, brother. See you shortly. And of course, right now, then the what too. Just me and Walter on the call here. And Walter, again, folks, always multitasking here. I do think Mark Briscoe, though, is trying to bring out the best in Daniel Garcia, and his best is what he used to be. But we saw what happened when him and Daddy Magic had a fallout, and he literally bludgeoned Daddy Magic, Matt Menard. Of course, Matt Menard came back, though, and cost him at that Casino Gauntlet match at Full Gear. So I'm curious how far these two are going to go in this encounter. Oh, man. Who do you all think should be the next TNT champion, or who should be the next challenger? What have you thought about Daniel Garcia's decision as of late? If Maria Shafir was going to tell Daniel Garcia one thing, what should she tell Daniel Garcia? Let your mind wander and let your thoughts be known also in the chat. As we got, again, full commercial break. Fuck television for life, as I always said. Thank you, by the way, for those who have been following along with my Superman's brand with my friends Walter Cruz and Big G on our John Cena Super Retrospective ahead of Cena's last match. He prepares for Gunther as Mark Briscoe looks to overcome Daniel Garcia in Cardiff, Wales. TNT Championship on the line in our main event here on AEW Collision. Winter is coming. Of course, Daniel Garcia, as I said, held that title literally at this time a year ago. He was the TNT champion in last year's Continental Classic. Love the orbital camera here. Overhead shots by Mark Briscoe to Daniel Garcia, trying to mount a comeback here. Keeps on fighting so he can't fight no more. And then he still keeps fighting. The Irish whip. Mark Briscoe slips up from underneath Garcia. Garcia runs into a forearm smash by a flying Briscoe. Knife edge chop. Yeah, Mark Briscoe, 13-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion. Father of 10. Jesus, that's a full house. Oh! And run through Garcia with that forearm smash. And Mark Briscoe back up to his feet. Now Garcia slow to stagger. Now Briscoe with the left-hand jab, squaring off against the former TNT champion, former Ring of Honor Pure champion. Of course, Mark Briscoe, former Ring of Honor World champion. Crowd friendly behind Mark Briscoe here, and I can't say I don't blame them. Big exploder out of the corner. Last time these two faced each other, all that fought cover, back press on the far leg, and a 2 count was last year in the Continental Classic Blue League. Mark Briscoe beat Daniel Garcia within 20 minutes. That's how long this match has, folks. Took 60 minutes and 22 seconds. It was right here in my state, too, in Columbus, Ohio. Of course, I'm in Toledo. Looking for the J Driller. Garcia widening his base, getting leverage. With the short range lariat, and oh! Dangerous Saito. Mark Briscoe landing on his head. Mark Briscoe fired up, though. Back up to his feet, man. Garcia caught the Spicoli driver. And a full sliding lariat. And Mark Briscoe might be looking to reach for the sky, boy. Might be feeling a little froggy. Could be a froggy ball away from retaining. Bryce checking on Garcia. Meanwhile, Maria Shafir getting involved behind the referee's back. Wait a minute. And I think Bryce saw or has an idea of what happened, but again, and Bryce, I think you and I can both see what's happening here. Again, though, you can't call what you can't see, unfortunately. You know, I understand the football references in the UK for VAR. They should have VAR in AEW whenever they go to freaking UK.
Hey, it's not a Continental Classic match, so she's not risk being fired.
I suppose that's true as well. Yeah, I got to see a rig in the spine on Mark Briscoe. I'm sure United Kingdom, Manchester, and Liverpool know a thing or two about being screwed here. And right now, since there,
look at you making sports references. Okay,
a little bit here and there. Superplex. Thank you, PlayStation Access, by the way.
Kept still holding on to JJ. It. I was doing something from work.
I figured you were, dude. I told you, you and JJ are multitaskers.
But what happened to JJ? I don't see him.
He's preparing the Saturday night's main event stream that will be starting at the top of the hour with a pre-show honoring John Cena and hyping up the card. And right now, Derek Garcia looking to send Mark Briscoe again for the right superplex again. And still holding on. Again, I'm not sure how much more this is taking out Garcia versus Mark Briscoe here. Unable to escape right now the clutches of the Death Rider.
You don't think AEW did this on purpose, do you?
No. I figure at the end of the day, when you deal with basketball going to double overtime, freaking sports, this is what happens when you're on a network that you try and stream everything seemingly live. Again, this is live. Oh!
But do you not think that they could have just let HBO Max go live and then say, have TNT join it later? Or show a little picture-in-picture of the game and AEW?
Nah, again, those things just don't freaking coexist. But a brainbuster does on Daniel Garcia, as Mark Briscoe has found a counterpoint. But yeah, that'd be a smart thinking. But again, when you're about greed versus the fans, it is what it is. And at the end of the day, 20 Khan may not be a money mark, but Warner Bros. Discovery definitely is. As that's right now in the bidding war. Netflix, Paramount, who knows what the fuck else is trying to get all those stupid movies. Up to 4. And again, the Continental Classic semifinals and finals will conclude at World's End. Also on World's End, it will be Kris Statlander defending the AEW Women's World Championship against Jamie Hayter. Let's fucking go. And oh shit.
Now I missed because I got distracted. I saw Athena was one of the partners. Who were Mercedes partners?
Hold that far. The AEW Men's World Championship has been declared official in a freaking 3-way. It's going to be Swerve.
I was choked looking at that graphic.
Yep. And they're going to have a contract signing next week on Holiday Bash for that match. As Maria Shafir, Megan Bain, and Athena will team Mercedes Monet to take on the Timeless Love Bombs and the Bears of Wrath next week on Dynamite.
That was bad timing. I'm trying to take a sip of this. Oh my God, I almost spit it out when I saw that graphic.
Yeah, about to say, you almost choked on your own freaking merit. That's swing and a miss. And Mark Briscoe and Darren Garcia right now squaring up here. Big forearm exchange. Just teeing off here. Oh, man. This is open strike. Open forearm right now to the chest of Garcia, lining up Red Death off the ropes. Runs to a boot.
You could write it in the private chat. I know I saw Athena as one of them.
Open palm strikes. Athena, Megan Bain, Marina Shafir. And right now, the chop and oh man!
Yeah, that's a
Briscoe running through Garcia. You probably will find it on AEW's X Alter, for being perfectly honest. But again, it's basically one half of the AEW Women's Tag Team division in that 8-woman tag team match.
That's a badass team, though. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm about to say money talks. And interfere, hold on the ankle and caught red-handed. Yep, she gone.
Bye, baby.
Bryce has ejected the problem.
Wait, somebody's behind him.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I thought I saw
Oh, wait a
somebody
minute.
running. Yeah.
Oh, with a unit. God, I love bloody uprights.
Dude, I thought his hair was a mask.
It might as well been. Meanwhile, pile driver. Oh, give me a fucking break. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, shit. He kicked out.
Thank Christ.
Ain't no way he losing the title that bad.
I'm about to say, for a low blow from that freaking reject. And now Garcia hammering elbows, shades of the Blackpool Combat Club, just trying to wear out Mark Briscoe. Relentless assault here by the Death Rider. Go figure. Again, Mark Briscoe unable to even defend himself at this point. That's Garcia steps through. Oh, Briscoe catches the head. Inside cradle. 2 count only. Up and around. Gets the midsection. Swing and a miss. Mark Briscoe hanging up there. Garcia. Jag Driller. Cover. 2. That's how you get it done, boy. Oh, yeah. Mark Briscoe still the face of TNT. Mark Briscoe overcoming the odds and Death Rider tomfoolery tonight. It's going to be a hell of a TNT champion, I'll tell you that much.
Dude,
It's a strong chicken, man.
Next week just intrigued the shit out of me with the matches they added.
Yeah, but I'll say, let's take a look at the matches, Walter. $1 million, 750,000 pounds. Winner takes all trios match, the Elite versus the Don Callis family. Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale. And there's the 8-woman tag. Mercedes Monet, Athena, Range, and Fair Mega Bay taking on the Babes of Wrath and Timeless Love Bombs. We also will get a continue the Continental Classic as Mascara Dorado goes one-on-one with Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy. And John Moxley goes one-on-one with Roderick Strong.
Yo, you think Strong finally gets on the board?
I think so. And Kyle Fletcher takes on the busted Pac as FTR defends the AEW Tag Team Championships against the Bang Bang Gang. And we know we got a contract signing with Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, and him and Adam Page for the AEW Men's World Championship at World's End.
What time are they airing it Wednesday?
And it looks like it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next week, Wednesday night.
So normal
hell of a
time,
night, though.
even though it's in Manchester?
Yeah, but I'll say, it looks like it might be a pre-recording, honestly, at that point. I don't know. But for right now, Winter is Coming concludes. We bid you all a short fine adieu. Stay tuned for JJ and a gaggle of respectable fools honoring John Cena. We'll see you on the other side. Until next time, this is AEW. This is Not Diamond. This has been Collision. It's been a hell of a fun time. For Walter Cruz, I'm Noah Foster. Make a positive impact in life. Have a good night, and thank you for tuning into our coverage of AEW Collision. Winter is coming as we get ready now for John Cena's final bout in his career's undoing ahead of the Saturday shenanigans. Walter, cut the fucking feed and go enjoy the pre-show if you want. I'll see you guys at the top of the next hour. See you next time, folks.